in a very Nesso-filled fashion called This Week in TWiLL is the new series that you all helped fund during the newest or the latest big charity event. Thank you so much, everybody. Today I am joined by the one, the only, the Saaaaaan extraordinaire, Cory!
Hi, everybody!
Oh no!
I am, yeah, you can do your, whatever. Yeah, I'm Cory. Corymon77, you might have seen me, places, stuff, things.
Arigato! Yes!
Yeah, there was a duplicate there. That was a fun thing.
It was very silly. I don't know where it came from, but we'll figure it out later. It's good to see you. Thank you so much, Swaggy Buggy. I've seen you in so long. Arigato! I want to say good morning to everybody before we get moving super fast here. So, Kazuma-san, good morning, and Didi, good morning. I hope that the power stuff ended up being okay. Oh no, Roxy, arigato!
It just keeps on coming.
The first, good morning, Shady, good morning, and Scum, good morning. I like girls too. And Roxy, you have returned. Welcome back. Thank you so much, arigato. Hexy, good morning. I heard you like girls too. Good morning. Oh, Mantis, good morning. Woo, 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 woo. Wow, 21 months. Holy shit, 21 months. You're almost out of that jar. You're almost done pickling. It's gonna be a good time. No, it's still out. What a terrible time to be hungry. Yeah, the power went out suddenly for Kazuma-san. They were supposed to do the ticker tape on the top, but look what I did all by myself, fucker. Within half an hour.
Yeah.
I've got my coffee, and I wanted to talk really quickly about this particular small show that we're going to be doing. Obviously, a lot of the things that I like to do on stream is just talk randomly about Love Live, but why not make it a little bit more interesting as well? Welcome, bees. We're going to focus on talking about how this new stream segment is going to work, the latest news in the franchise, and then what my general goals are as well. So I think it'll be a really, really good time.
Should be good stuff.
It's gonna be good.
And we're Nessos, so you know, don't just.
Exactly, we're Nessos. There's nothing else you can really want. Alright, so bees, this program is going to mostly consist of me, and if possible, if Cory is available, then Cory as well. You're very Kumorin Ota talking to you about what's gonna happen and what's happened in the world of Love Live in a smaller condensed format spanning most of our active groups. This will be in English, but feel free to use either English or Japanese in the comments. このプロジェクトは現在のラブライブシリーズプロジェクトについて人々に伝えるためのもので英語で行われます。コメントは日本語でも英語でも構いません。すべて読ませておいただけます。ありがとう。
I'm gonna leave the Japanese to you because, well, I'm learning. Yeah. I'm still kind of in the beginner phase at the moment. So.
That's okay. There's quite a big hurdle when it comes to Japanese in general. Idle Hell. Hi, Stevie. Good morning. So don't know anything about Love Live, but I'm gonna graduate college soon. So Pog. Okay. Well, you're learned in college, but are you learned in the world of idols? That's what we're here for.
You're gonna learn now.
Yep. Here we go. So personally, I like to focus on Aqua, Nijigasaki School Idol Dokokai, School Idol Club, LiELLA, and Hasunosora Jougakui. As I unfortunately don't have much experience with the Love Live musical, I'm gonna be foregoing most news surrounding them unless something super major occurs, I think. What about you, Cory?
My general focuses in terms of this franchise are Aqua and LiELLA. That's typically where my knowledge lies. Most people who know me know that I am that crazy Sayuyoshi, so yes. That leans a lot on the LiELLA side these days, because Aqua's less active, but Yeah, so I still like dabble in the other stuff, but that's generally where most of my knowledge lies. But
we're definitely gonna have lots
yeah.
of like big expert opinions on Liella based things and Cyrene based things, which is really, really cool. Having a specialist is important sometimes, bees.
Sometimes the one-track mind is helpful, other times not so much.
Exactly. You need to study at the College of Love Live. Now, we can be the best professors that you could ever want. I'll also say, so I didn't mention Muse there when it comes to focusing. Because Muse is retired, I'm mainly going to talk about events, if any other new cute merchandise that have been announced or released. As I said before, they're retired. Unfortunately, they do not perform as a group anymore, but as of late, they have had some live events and live event news that are very, very interesting and super cool to talk about. I also really, really adore Muse. I'm sure everybody here knows that I'm a super Nozomi fan. God, I love her so much. So, when possible, I'm just going to add as much information as I see is relevant to the conversation when it comes to Muse.
Yeah, I'm generally pretty versed in that as well. I mean, I started at that point.
True.
I tell people that I discovered this franchise a week before Final Live, so that was always a fun thing. So yeah, obviously I didn't do too much with them at the time, but you know, I still know what's going on and saw their stuff, liked their stuff. So, but yeah, there isn't really a whole lot to say about them these days.
Yeah, unfortunately. They are still fucking phenomenal though, so we do respect them a lot, yes.
I mean, this franchise wouldn't be the thing without them.
That's
so
true. It's true.
You know.
I mean, when like normal people know, like, have heard of snow halation, it's kind of crazy to me. Enjoy Braxy, arigato!
Normal people haven't heard about it over here, but you know, that's obviously not a thing.
That's not necessarily true if they're actually into like shit posting and stuff. The little
there's
small Nozomi and snow halation stuff. Siva Gunner.
Yeah, the Silva Gunner stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, like surprising amount of knowledge comes there. I was surprised about that. So, I'm gonna quickly let you, those of you who are very new to the franchise, know a little bit more about each of the groups. I'm gonna do a quick recap, just a super quick one. So, Love Live itself is a multimedia franchise, and it started in 2010. The groups are, one is Muse, the first group for Love Live from 2010. This group started the whole dang franchise itself. Love and I only had Muse until 2016, so all activities were focused on them as a group. Unfortunately, all of the Seiyu didn't anticipate the project to make them idols rather than being in like a musical Dengeki G project, so it was no real surprise to see their final live happen rather suddenly on March 31st and April 1st, 2016.
April Fools!
I'm gonna cry!
Funny joke.
Yes, we are, Panic. Woohoo! Muse's success is widely considered to be like an incredible happening, and the series wouldn't have become a franchise without them, obviously. Next
for
up
anyone
is
trying to like Google that, it's like the micro, like the Greek mu.
Yes, it's the Greek
letter.
The Greek mu letter. You can actually.
Yeah, the Greek mu letter, comma, S. So if you type in Muse, all you're gonna get is like some English, like,
Yeah, you're gonna get an English band.
Some UK like alt rock band. That's not what we're talking about.
This is what we're talking about, Muse right here. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty, from there we have Aqua! Go Aqua! And you know it looks like Aquars or whatever.
Yeah, AQOURS. So.
And Aqua is the second group in the Love Live franchise, so they're what made the series a franchise in the first place. After the announcement of the group in Dengeki G's October 2015 issue, many Love Live fans blamed their creation for Muse's final live and end of activities. I'll be the first to tell you that it isn't the case.
That was
Corey
dumb.
will also. Yeah, that was dumb. There are many interviews from the cast themselves to prove it, okay? Like, trust me. Well, today isn't the day for that particular argument. Aqua's rise to fame came quickly, And they had a lot to prove taking the reins from Muse, unfortunately. Big shoes to fill. I'm personally so surprised that it went so well, honestly. All things considered, even after everything, but they took it really seriously. The setting of Love Live Sunshine, Aqua's anime is Uchiura Numazu. After Aqua. After Aqua ended up coming there, Uchiura and Numazu, they ended up getting super, super popular and now are one of the largest extra tax places in Japan. If you live in Japan, you can, like, pay taxes, like residence tax, to places that you don't actually live, and that those places will send you goods. And because Numazu and Uchiura and places like that, they were like, we'll give you aqua goods, and everybody was like, oh shit. So now they're like one of the highest paid in all of Japan for residence tax with people that don't live there. Which is funny
because it's this tiny little town off in like the middle of nowhere, Shizuoka. Like,
yeah, itty bitty, tiny bit.
Dying like seaside town with like nobody there. Yet they're just like swimming in money because all the weebs wanted to get the
limited tax goods. Yeah, exactly.
Last year it was like some rolls of toilet paper or something. It was funny.
It was 2 years ago they had rolls of toilet paper. This year was a new blend of aqua coffee. They had they've had the aqua coffee from before for the whole group, and then they had a Yohane blend of coffee for the newest anime, which is so funny.
Branded rolls of toilet paper. People actually paid a significant amount of money to get toilet paper.
I to be honest with you, I also want the toilet paper, so let's be real.
Not to use, of course.
No, just to have, not to use. No, I could never wipe my butt with my waifu. I gotta be honest with you. Either way, these girls are legends in their own right. We're gonna talk more in depth about them today as well, so do not fret. Yes, we're gonna go over here. Next one here. Beep 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 beep. Ba-dum! Nijigasaki School Idol Dokokai. Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. You can see it here. I actually have the English logos this time around, which is weird, but you know, I do what I can for everybody to understand. It originally began as Perfect Dream Project, and it looked like a minor popularity contest for the mobile game that we had before. Love Live School Idol Festival. The top 3 voted girls were put into the new mini-series, and then it eventually became its own juggernaut. And that would be Shizuku, Emma, and Kanata. Emma didn't originally have a last name, because all of the girls from that school were Gaikokujin, and Emma gained a last name by getting there. Tensai Tenshi Tennoji! Oopie! Oh, is your lights on? Omedetou. Now Emma was originally just Emma, and now she's Emma Verde, and her cards were updated to show that as well. The series properly started as its own 4-koma manga, where Ayumu was an absolute fucking menace.
Yes, Famitsu Ayumu is a very interesting creature, especially compared to what Ayumu later became.
It was like a completely different world. In fact, I remember mentioning to my friends, like, I hate Kasumi even. I hate Kasumi. She's such a fucking asshole. I don't want to be anywhere around her. I cannot believe she would be awful like this. Because she used to just completely try and sabotage people all the time and be mean to them, and it was so sad, and I wanted everybody to live peacefully. But obviously it was clear that the anime and the game itself actually ended up solving that. But man, Alien Ayumu, like, Ayumu's call and response even, right? Her call and response is specifically like, you know, alien related. You know? And so we're like, what the fuck? Like, for, I'm sure new people, nobody actually knows, like, why the fuck it's all alien related. It's all from Famitsu.
Because she used to summon Martians to, like, come and do things. It was a time.
And it still is, because even in the newer newer issues of Love Live Days, they've actually shown off more Famitsu Nijigaku, which is so fun to see, and it has been very entertaining lately. It still remains a massive meme to this day. So the project was never meant to have an anime, but to everybody, including the seiyus, there are actual clips of this. Surprise! The project received 2 seasons, a spin-off short anime, and now, as of yesterday, the first one has released 3, not just 1, not just 2, not just that, but 3 movies. Holy shit! Nijigaku in its own right became a massive franchise, way more than I was ever expecting. I never more than anyone was ever expecting, especially the staff themselves.
Yeah, quite the thing for a group that was originally just meant to be like some people that like do side promotions in a game and whatever. But you know, they deserve it. They did well, and then they forged their own path, and it's good to see.
I'm so happy about it. And it's really interesting. I find, especially at lives, you'll find those who are in love with Nijigaku will go to other live events with their Nijigaku bags. You won't see like a Muse fan with an Ida bag with Muse girls at a Liella live, or an Aqua bag at a Liella live. You are way more likely to see Nijigaku Itaba at Liella lives or other lives that aren't them. It's actually so surprising compared to everyone else.
Niji fans are a different breed. They're
it's definitely true.
Because that side of the franchise is also rather just different.
Yeah,
just
it's rather soloist,
because
right?
of its origins.
Yeah, that's true.
It's often different. You often see people who are huge fans of Niji not necessarily clicking with the other parts of the franchise, just because it's like
they are different.
They are different. They came from different places. They're run by it's different, so it's like
they're run by different
it's an interesting
too.
mix.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, people who like one side don't connect with the other or whatever, and it's just a different crowd of people, and it makes for some interesting stuff, especially because they have their solo focus and all that other stuff. So it's quite it's the different groups all kind of have different vibes to them, especially between their fan bases and their stuff, and it's quite impressive how they've managed to do that.
I was really surprised, like, especially with all of the what felt like negative feedback when it came to Nijigaku's anime at first. But I like, just like what Kazuma says right in here, Niji's easily my favorite in every single aspect, which is really funny because for me, I adore Nijigaku's anime. I think it's still one of my favorites. However, when I have to choose where my money goes, I can't help but be like, I have to skip Niji to do support for other groups because I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. Also, there are 12 girls and it's hard.
I, on the other hand, wasn't like that huge of a fan of Niji's anime. I have like some issues with how it's structured, but that's just a me thing.
There we go. Fair enough.
It was still fun enough to watch, but that was. It tends to, again, Niji's anime is also very different from the others.
Very different, incredibly different, and because it was like the main character was a stand-in for you, and her name was you.
Yeah, because in the game there was the player
character. Yeah, Anata. For like the longest time, and then they changed it.
But then they made them an actual character because they have to be an actual character in the anime.
Yep.
And then you have and the character is basically just a massive DD. It's really funny.
It's actually super funny. She's just a big dare demo daisuki. Like she can't decide. But obviously, like, the memes that come out of Nijigaku, especially with Ayumu's like yandere stuff and man, people, I feel like, feels very, very strongly to some characters in there, and I don't know, I think it's a very special series. Because
It's certainly interesting.
it was also, it came out, and their whole story came out specifically with Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars, which is the second game of the franchise, which is also dead.
Didn't do well.
Did not. It did not. It never had good stuff, never had good reviews, and then when it left, everybody's like, I want All-Stars back! We played with the beast! It's gone now, why are you complaining? You know? But, you know, all of their story came out in the game. It provided the biggest piece of, I think, drama, aside from, like, what LiELLA ended up doing. The biggest piece of drama that happened in the series at that time, with Lante being a massive bitch in the game, which was great. I as much as I was like, wow, this is a bitch. Wow, holy shit, but, like, something interesting. Ooh.
I had stopped playing at that point, so, but I heard about it.
You see, I played through All-Stars for their entire life because I wanted to top 10 every Nozomi event, which I did do. I did do that.
How many of them were there?
I don't remember, but Kazuma-san might remember.
Very many. Yeah, there couldn't have been more than like 2 or 3 because it had.
Oh, there were more. Wins. There were more. No. The All-Stars ones? No, there was at least 4 or 5. Kazuma-san, can you check? Can you check? Because I'm curious now too, because I had a top 3, I had a top 7, I had a top 10, I had a top 5, I don't know, 5? Somewhere around there. I feel like it was around there. Nozomi was the 3rd girl to get an event at all, which is really surprising, right?
That would help, yeah.
So it definitely helps.
Yeah, because she's... I mean, my knowledge of the Muse popularity rankings is limited, but I don't think she was very high up there.
At the time, not as high up there as, like, you know, Kotori, Maki-chan, toka. But, list of All-Stars event. What the fuck is an NBA? Oh, yeah, lol! That's right, basketball! You probably find it on either Idol Story or Kakaggen. K-A-C-H again. Both of them would probably have something like that. However, yep, that's the big thing about Nijigaku there. And their movie just ended up coming out. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Yes. Next up is the one, the only LiELLA! Love Live Superstar! The next major project in the franchise, Love Live Superstar, began with only 5 members, all being in the 1st grade of high school. To many Series fans' surprise, I remember we were all like, first years? They've got to be setting this up for something. Come on. Though, there was something really charming about them being only 5 members at the time. It's probably, you know, a big source of where a lot of drama started coming from with LiELLA, but after the first core of its anime, 4 new members were introduced as first-year Kohai, and for the 3rd core, which hasn't currently aired but is coming out in October, 2 new members were added for a total of 11. Whether we get that magical 12th member, we'll never know. We won't. I'm sorry, Aria supporters. I'm sorry.
It's not happening. It is absolutely 100% not happening.
It's done now. I think
this is it. This is all we've got. But we can talk about that.
We can talk about that soon. LiELLA began alongside the pandemic, and they actually ended up rehearsing for over a year after they were announced because of it. And while they focus as live show specialists, they couldn't actually hear cheers from the crowd until their 3rd live in Saitama's Bella Luna Dome.
They didn't even have audience for their first couple events. Nope. It was just stream only.
Stream only, yep, which is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, sound alerts are playing, but I can most certainly do that for you in just a little while. I'm sorry. Here, how about I just give it to you? Welcome, Daddy. Thank you for the videos, Ruben. Remind me to play that for you again on a different stream. Thank you very much. And also, hi, Ruben. Good morning. LiELLA is a different breed, it feels like. It's because I feel like so many of these groups are so different. LiELLA really takes that quote-unquote different and goes fucking hard with it. Hi, Zia, good morning!
Yeah.
Aqua didn't end up getting their very first, they ended up getting their very first like Seiyu leaded single, Dreamy Colors, relatively late. Like it was really like it was late when it happened. It was during the
didn't
pandemic.
happen, and that didn't happen until COVID. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was like 5-6 years after their debut. Like it was. That was a long
Exactly.
time.
It's been a long time. And then what was it? But Liella.
What a Wonderful Dream.
Yeah, What a
Yeah.
Wonderful Dream was the first one. And oh my goodness. Oh my
That was
goodness.
in less than a year.
Less than a year. Yeah, it was a huge deal. It was after first live.
It was.
It was between first and second live, because Liella is particularly focusing on live shows. Speaking of wow.
That's the differentiator with this group compared to, as I mentioned with Niji, this franchise tries really hard to like keep the groups kind of like having their own thing, so that you're not just, they don't have like 4 of the same thing running at the same time.
That's right.
And Liella's differentiator compared to the other groups is they are heavily focused on live performance. It's over and above the usual like Seiyu voice actor or character acting like stuff that has usually been more in balance in this franchise.
Yeah, that's true.
Aqua, it was more of like a balance between all of them. Whereas Liella, they are it's the balance is definitely tipped towards the actual actresses versus the
characters themselves.
Who sort of take a bit of a back seat. Not really, because it's still this franchise, and they still talk about the characters all the time, and of course the characters are still always getting merch and all this other stuff. But by the standards of this franchise, it's a lot. They very much want to push out the actresses themselves, the performers themselves, and it is their bread and butter is get them on a stage and get them performing as much as possible. So which is, again, as we mentioned, they debuted during COVID, so that was a little awkward.
That's true. It became, okay, so the way that I like to describe Liella is that they are very Seiyu forward, instead of character forward. When we look at Aqua or Muse, we see them on stage. We mentally consider their character as well. Whereas with Liella, I find that I do not think about their characters at all. I'm just like, Pecha! You know, like.
Yeah. Which they probably wouldn't be too happy to hear us say that.
That's
when
true. They're
like doing lives, because they always think they're like on stage as their characters. But no, it is very much like them first.
Yes, 110%. We're there to specifically support them as actresses as well.
You see, it's also by how they advertise it.
They're not putting fucking Sumire on posters on the wall. They're putting Peichan on the poster on the wall.
They're not putting like on like streetlight banners in like Omotesando. It's not like the characters. It's the actresses. It's the Seiyu. It's them. The advertisements they've had, because this group is based in the characters that are based in the Harajuku area.
Harajuku region, yeah. Harajuku and Shinjuku, yeah.
So a lot of the advertisement for their stuff is there. And they ain't putting a bunch of anime girls up on the walls on Omotesando.
No, not in Omotesando, no, they're not.
Because it would look really out of place.
They're gonna look at the girls, they're gonna look at the cool live costumes that they've made, the fashion with it. They literally have in Love Live Days right now. It's represented by the character, but it's actual real life clothes where they do a dress like me fashion kind of thing, and they partner with a store during that month and
Yeah,
say
you can
with
literally go
you
to
can
the
buy
store
their
and
outfit, the whole
I
outfit.
I bought Kanon's like shirt.
Did you? Did you get the shirt? Fuck you! I wanted to get the hat skirt combo too. It's so cute.
Obviously, I didn't get the bottom half for obvious reasons.
Oh, what?
It wanted to
Fucking
fit me.
coward! Coward!
It wanted to fit me.
You can. What I would recommend with that particular outfit. By the way, bees, just really quickly. This particular show is going to be put on YouTube relatively quickly this time. I want to add pictures to this as well so you can see what's going on in the after time as well. But so you'll be able to see it on the side here. Look, bam! But what I want you to really recognize is that there's definitely more things that you can do with fashion for it. She had like the skirt that she had was it was tan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I recommend doing like a baggy cargo pant with elastic cuffed bottom at the ankle. I think it would look in like the same color. I think it would look so nice.
But yeah, honestly, had it been like not Japan where things
yeah. Yeah.
where things are like smaller,
that's fair.
and don't fit like a normal Western sized male,
it will not it will not
then I probably would have just said fuck it and gotten the skirt and just said, fuck it, we ball. But
isn't the skirt buttoned at the front? You could also have it open and then I mean, what I'm saying is that there are options. There are options.
Yes,
I'm gonna buy the entire Sumire outfit, and it's gonna be great when it comes out.
I got the shirt because those sort of things, Japanese tops, t-shirts can fit me.
Yes.
So
they can't fit me well because I've got boobos, and I have to alter every shirt I own.
I do not.
Aw, dang it! Corey won't touch your boobos! What am I supposed to do now?
I would say get in line, but I don't know. Anyways, we've probably got a little bit off topic here.
Yes, just a tiny bit. However, we're going to continue talking about TWiLL. We've got lots of news when it comes to them as well. So let's continue with... Hasunōsora Jōgakuin. Hasunōsora Jōgakuin School Idol Club! School Idol Club! This is specifically one of the newest ones. I would say one of, because School Idol Musical still exists, but I'm not going to talk about much about that. It's specifically the newest group in the side series of Love Live, much like Nijigaku. They focus on live streaming as their pull, just like what we're doing, right?
People kind of call them the VTuber group. That's may or may not be fully accurate, but
it's kind of not
it
the
kind
most
of
accurate,
is.
but it's incredibly charming. I gotta be completely honest with you. It's very charming. Their particular focus is character acting, and members do live streams on their own, and the only remaining Love Live application, Link Like Love Live, which I will also put on the screen right here. Ba-dong! I play this game daily, actually, so expect updates on the only gacha we have available to us. Woohoo! This group also began with less than 9 members and operates on a year-to-year, day-by-day basis, where new first years were added during the expected new year of school this year. Whether that means the current third years will actually graduate in the story and be replaced, I am genuinely unsure, but I really hope not for the sake of everyone currently addicted to Ui-sama.
Yeah. This group, I would like to say, like, when we were saying, like, the way the scale is tilted towards real or character.
Yes.
This is, they're kind of like the opposite, the other end compared to TWiLL, because Hasu is very much focused on character acting.
Yes.
Like, these are like live streams that they do in character. Like,
yes. Like, actually, they do it in character,
like,
as the character, not as their Seiyu at all.
And there's like character model. It's like VTuber model. That's why they're kind of called like the VTuber group, because it's like mocap models.
They're doing mocap. Like, they're actually doing live mocap.
They're like semi-unscripted. I'm not gonna say totally unscripted because they're probably not totally unscripted.
They are
but,
definitely I find they're mostly scripted. However, the reactions
there is,
are
like,
genuine.
audience interaction.
Yeah,
bits,
they're
from what I
reading
understand.
chat. They're reading the chat. Oh, from what you understand, because you don't play it. Coward!
here's
Again!
Here's
Coward!
the thing.
Fucking play the game! It is so cute! God, I love them.
Japanese.
Fucking learn! That's not my problem. Skill
I'm
issue!
trying.
You can do it. I believe in you, and I believe
The
in
problem
everybody.
about Tasu for the overseas audience is there is no English at all.
That's true. No English whatsoever at the moment.
Whatsoever at the moment.
However, no wait, that's not true. It used to be whatsoever.
Not quite.
However, and it's actually really badly done, but the first bits of the story have started to be translated, which is what we're like, will there be a thing? Will there be something? Like, will we actually see it? I'm not sure.
I've heard those translations are not good.
They're not good. Tonikaku nare!
I've heard they are not good.
Yeah,
but,
they're not the greatest at all. However, there are more than a fair share of fan translations out there, and if you would like to dump? Wow.
Dive.
I was trying to say dive and jump at the same time. So, well, if you would like to dump, please proceed to your toilet. And if you would like to jump into this group and their stories, there are definitely ways to do so. I am more than happy to help you out with that. And anytime, just let me know. You can also end up joining the Discord as well, which you'll be able to see on this area, probably down in the description below. Thank you very much, Kazuma-san, for helping me with this.
But that's their problem. They are
unacceptable. Inaccessible right now to a overseas audience.
Doesn't seem to have much of a interest in promoting them to a foreign audience compared to the other groups where they have actually been relatively good about that.
Yeah.
So
that's
there is no English in their stuff, and a lot of their stuff again deals with live streams and live interactions. Which means the girls need to be able to read what people are saying, and not only that, you have to be able to understand what's going on.
You have to understand what's happening in real time. And number two, when it comes to an English audience, is that they tend to stream at 8:30 p.m. JST. Does anybody know what time that happens to be in the middle of North America?
For me, that would be this time of year, 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning. So that's
the winter. Once we go back to standard time, it's 6:30 in the morning.
And if I may just quickly say, you're more on the eastern side, right?
Yeah, I'm in eastern. So if
you're in the other side, you're like looking at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And that's
if you're on the West Coast, then 8:30 a.m. would be 5:30 in the morning during daylight savings, 4:30 in the morning during standard time.
And that's tough. That's really, really tough. And we're heading up on that pretty soon here. By the way, if you are ever wanting to look at moving to Japan for any of these groups to support them, we don't have daylight savings, so please consider this in your future move to Japan.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of it over here, but we're still waiting on those guys down south of the border to
actually move forward with it. Yeah, because the problem is a lot of business. And
we've actually passed stuff about that basically says the minute that New York and environs do it, we're good. But so.
I like that Japan doesn't have it. I don't have to worry about it. Exactly, right?
Daylight savings isn't until November.
Oh, until November. Wait, that was just end of October. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Several years ago, they pushed it back.
Oh, I see. Okay. I gotcha. Either way, my friends, it makes it really inaccessible, and you won't have, on-the-fly translations if it does happen. So, seeing a Hasano Sora app being, in a live English format, I don't think will work. However, I think that Hasano Sora being a an app that, starts, say, next year during the year change again, but using all of the older content and airing that replayed content, but with translations instead. You're not gonna get that Seiyu interaction like you would with the typing or whatever, but there's give and take when it comes to having some kind of live translation. However, my friends, what can I say to you other than there is one way to actually partially solve this, and unfortunately, it is learning one of the hardest languages to learn compared to English, which is Japanese.
Yup.
Yeah. See, for me, I don't actually have much of an issue. The game itself is really difficult, but I wanna like talk more about it during the Hasunasora area. So let's do that, my friends. I'm gonna do one more thing, my lovely friends. I'm going to remove these logos. The last thing that I wanted to briefly touch on. Oh, sorry. One more
musical?
thing?
Yeah,
yes,
right.
that's correct. School Idol Musical is the group that I'm sure still like a little bit unsure about because I haven't personally seen it. I haven't seen them at all. And while the group was shown at the latest, largest concert that they ended up having, Ichigen, with Idolmaster at Tokyo Dome, which was phenomenal, by the way. The Blu-rays are out. Please, if you can support them, please grab it. It is incredible. The response themselves with the School Idol Musical has been relatively lukewarm, all things considered, because it's a stage play, whatever. However,
it's your standard musical. It's an actual stage musical.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that, they're not Seiyu.
Nope. They're actresses.
Stage actors.
Yep.
They're stage actresses.
Specifically stage actresses, which is so different.
Not like Seiyu who also do stage. No, these are full-on stage actresses.
Like women that would not normally audition to be idols. They are women specifically auditioning for a stage play, and it is such a different sort. I wouldn't just say pool of talent, but it's also just a different style of art, I would say.
It's a different skill. It's an entirely different different sort of thing.
Yeah. So, however, hi happiest sniffer of legs. Wow, I have only nubs today because I've got my Nesso, but I'm glad that you're here. Either way, my friends, the response has been lukewarm. However, lately the official YouTube group has been posting music from this series. We'll see many of the comments, if you decide to translate them on your end, they actually seem incredibly positive. People who like School Idol Musical quite like it, and they like the story. What I'm personally hoping for is, when it comes to a School Idol Musical in general, is that people actually go... it's going to see it is difficult, because there's only so many places that they do it. They could do a road show, perhaps, but I want them to fucking film it. That's what I want. I want them to film it. Let me buy it. I would like to buy it. Or let me have a stream. Let me grab a stream of it, I want to see it.
I've been in Japan, when, anytime it's actually been playing. Otherwise, I probably would have gone and seen it, because I do have a theater background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, it sounds really interesting. And yes, Love Live is definitely still alive.
It's just, oh boy, is it ever. But,
trust us.
I just haven't been, it hasn't been playing when I've been in Japan, so...
Yeah. I would like to go. I think it would be really nice to dress up all pretty, because usually when you go to a live show, you're dressed to the nines in character clothes, and you look like a fucking idiot. But to dress nice and pretty and all fancy, and then maybe go to a nice dinner afterwards. I don't know. It's a different kind of feeling, and I would really like to do something like that. So if we ever get the chance, Corey, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, live gear is basically just my everyday wardrobe these days, but
that's fair. That's fair. It isn't for me because I work as a teacher, but I do wear my solo live gear. So I am right now, actually at this very moment, I'm wearing the ring-a-ring. Oh, mama, arigato! Thank you, Nesso Spins. Thank you, arigato! I'm wearing the ring-a-ring Anya shirt right now. I have, what is it? Okay, I have, from Liella, Kinako, her voice actress, Non-chan, her solo live shirt. I have all of the Hei-chan solo live shirts. as well as her individual ones, her Peyton romantic stuff. And then I have, Nantoka. What is it? I've got a bunch of them. I've got Suawas. They're all very cute. So I will wear my solo Love Live stuff to school and to work. But, and so then, like, when people ask me, like, oh, is that one also from Love Live? And I'm like, they are from Love Live! Crazy! But I don't, I mean, I would if I could, if I wasn't a goddamn working professional. And they're cool with it.
I was a working professional.
I'm working as a teacher! You want to be the one to fucking explain to them? Actually, you know what? I have such a funny story that I have to tell a little bit later, just in the Muse section, which is soon. And wow, we're rare. Kumorin wearing clothes for stream in summer. I know, right? Isn't it insane? It's actually nice. And Rinadine, ooh. Hello, Nessorine, and hello, Nessorine. This other Nesso, by the way, the Cory is Kanon Nessoburi. Kanon-chan. From Liella.
Yep.
Alright, my friends, that means the next section is going to happen. We're gonna talk about some news. First up with Muse. I hope that you're ready. Hang on tight, I made some transitions. Let's see if they actually work. Go! Minasan! It worked! I can't believe it! I have goosebumps! I'm so happy! Alright, Minasan, we're gonna talk about Muse a little bit today, as well. I actually didn't write anything for Muse, but I know what's going on, so I am going to talk all and incessantly about it. For those of you who don't happen to know, I want to really throw this out there one more time. I am so goddamn in love with Muse that I might scream. Muse is the original, the legends themselves, true perfection in my heart. And I'm so sad that they've retired, unfortunately. Oh, Neko Neko kawaii! You have such a cute little name.
Oh, hey, Neko.
Hi! So, with Muse in general, this latest news when it comes to Muse. I'm sure that some of you have heard a little bit about what's happening with the what was it? It was the Love Live 10th anniversary. Let me just stare at it. It's on my wall here. The 10th anniversary, they had a talk show as well as a symphony orchestra live. They ended up doing it twice this year. And guess what? I didn't even have enough time to write this because just a few days ago, they announced a new live! I'm so happy. I have one more chance. Kusun's going. Emitsun's going. Pyle's going. Fucking Nippy is going, and I am going to try to go! I love her so much! I love Kusun so much! Nozomi is the best girl in the whole world! My sweet darling bees, what can I say? Muse, deserves a lot, and I'm really happy to see it. They are actually, as you may know, retired, as I ended up seeing before. And it is true. Oh, really phenomenal timing on this music. They are retired. However, the fact that we'd still end up getting a bunch of little pieces of Muse media here and there, right, is phenomenal. When it comes to the newest one, they have it for the very end of December, the beginning of January, the first week of January. I will take time off for this. It is so important. These songs are taking me back to 8 years ago. We do what we can. Let's go. Okay. However, what can I say? However, the biggest thing is, if we can actually manage to go, life is good, and I want to be there. I want to be there so fucking bad. Number 2, I hope that you all can also enjoy Muse as well. They are a phenomenal group, so please look at Nozomi. What will I say? Lately, during last month, last month, we ended up having a really big event at Kanda-myojin. At Kanda-myojin, we ended up having their annual festival, and this year they ended up having all of the Muse girls in I'm such a fucking loser, in Miko outfits, and of course Nozomi works at Kanda-myojin, and so they had media for every single one of the girls. They had buttons, they had acrylics, they had everything. But one of my biggest things is that they actually had a new Nozomi plushie. They had every girl, but come on, I'm there for Nontan. Nontan works at Kanda. Nontan is the only one that really needs to be there in the fucking first place. However, I ended up luckily I was able to get there and buy a Nozomi plushie, and I am so very grateful. It's phenomenal. Oh my goodness. And she's sitting on the pillow, and she's sitting and she's kneeling on the pillow, and she's going, oh, and it's so cute. That day they ended up having multiple different, not just Love Live related events. The very first day of the festival, the Seiyu, a few Seiyu actually ended up coming. That was specifically, Emitsun and Uchi. Rippi, right? They ended up coming in. And, they were... they hosted the entire first day, which is so exciting and super cool, and they were wearing yukata, and it was really, really pretty, and everybody was lovely, and I wish I could have gone the first day, but I couldn't go, and it was really busy anyway, but I did end up getting to go, and I ate some grilled squid, and it was nice and yummy, and it was really great being able to see so many Muse enjoyers, fellow Muse lovers like myself. And in fact, I have the bag from the event in there. If you spent over ichiman, so about $100, you ended up getting a special bag with the artwork for that event itself. I also ended up getting the poster, which I forgot to bring home, so it's still down south, but I will bring it back next time. But I kind of want to keep the 10th anniversary poster up for now, just because I want to make sure that I get as much like if I can. I have to try and channel the Nozomi spiritual power on Apanichunya.
So as you can tell, she's a little bit excited about this. Just a tiny bit.
I am so in love with them, I could cry. Right above my computer setup, this really big wall scroll of Sumire-chan, and then right beside it is all the girls at Kanda-myojin, but right in front of my face is, of course, Nozomi. So, if you ever were like, Kumorin, you should definitely go, you should feel better, you should feel more Genki. Just be like, Kumorin, look up, look at Nozomi, she's right there. Look at Sumi, she's right there. But yes, that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing from right now, there's been a lot of different tiny merchandise events. The biggest thing is obviously the third leg of the orchestra symphony concert that so many people didn't get to go to. They're doing 3 different shows. The third show is specifically at Yokohama. That's the one that I'm aiming for and trying to go to. I'm going to try my hardest. Believe in me. Believe in me. Please, 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 please give me your.
It'll be fine. It'll
I
work
tried
out.
so hard the last 2 times. I tried so hard. But I didn't
yes,
get
but
it.
this'll work.
Okay, we're gonna get it this time. Either way, there's one last piece of news when it comes to Muse, so let's talk about it. It's very quickly going to be Kotori-chan's birthday! That's right, birthday for Kotori is really, really fun because lately, these last few years, they've ended up having the collaboration with Cure Made Cafe again, and with, oh, right, ad is soon. Snooze that for a second. You're right. When it comes to Kotori-chan, her birthday, she's a great Mina Linsky, right? So she is actually going to be partnered again with Cure Made Cafe, and the special merchandise this time is going to be with the first years. So last year they had Honoka and Umi-chan, and with the second years, all 3 of them together, and now it's Kotori-chan and the first years in party dresses for her birthday, which starts tomorrow, I believe. Starts tomorrow, and then it will go for the entire week. I'm going to be going there on the weekend as well. Well, no, it goes for the entire week and a half because I will be going right after the Aqua event down south. Very exciting. All right. Would you happen to have... Yep, that's the big thing. Would you happen to have anything that you would want to mention for Muse?
Not really. I mean, I can make the joke about with the kind of thing of, the everybody gathering at the retirement home event. But,
Yeah,
but,
well, we both belong there anyway. Who cares?
yeah, I'm not saying I'm any younger, but,
True.
no, I mean, it's nice to see them still doing stuff and people getting things. I did not watch the previous orchestra events. I probably could have gone to the one if I wanted to, because I was in Japan at the time, but I figured people who wanted it more.
You gave them the space. Arigato.
Yeah,
Arigato.
Because, these things don't happen very often, so leave it for the people who want them. But no, it's nice that this happens. I heard it was quite a nice thing. It's nice they're doing it more, and they're kind of going around and doing stuff.
I think it's nice that they're actually celebrating. Yes. No, I have news about the Asia
tour
tour
talk about
soon.
in a bit.
Yep.
But so it's nice that they're actually being around and still doing stuff as they want to.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. I'm happy that, because, hearing, speaking of the Asia tour, I will just quickly mention one particular thing. With the newest single that came out for the Asia tour, it was amazing and so nostalgic to hear Emitsun sing again with everyone.
A little bit surreal on that one.
Right? I teared up a bit. I actually cried, but...
But that's kind of expected with the whole guest singer thing. But still, it's kind of nice to hear Honoko's voice back in things, especially after she had all those problems with
her nodules.
Dystonia. Yeah. Dystonia or something, I think it was. Miss
Tonia and her voice nodules as well. Yeah, she had illness for a while, but she's been relatively active, especially on her solo side of things lately. So definitely believe in the Emitsun. She is doing her absolute best.
Back.
Yes. I'm grateful. I'm really happy. All right. Speaking of grateful and happy and Muse and everything going well, I am going to quickly turn it to a BRB so I can start this ad. I will mute us for a hot second and toss us on BRB. Hang out for a hot sec, everybody, and then in the VOD, we'll probably cut this part out, so we'll see you in a hot 3, 2, 1, yeah. Alrighty? BRB, and then we'll be back with Aqua News. Welcome on back, everybody!
Yay!
Woohoo! Huzzah! It's so good to see you. It's so good to be with you. Welcome on back. Okay, so when it comes to the one, the only, definitely forgot to switch that logo, Aqua! Hooray!
Yay!
All right, everybody, let's get into it. There's a few things that I wanted to talk about before anything else. I know I wanted to do this earlier in the summer, but it's been so very busy lately. So I'm going to read this as if it is earlier. I know what a lot of people are going to come here for when it comes to Aqua News. This first time is going to be a little bit special because it's kind of sensitive. So I'm going to focus on Aqua News right now. Let's talk about the most recent major Nama, right? Happy whole 9 years. Happy 9 years, Aqua. Woohoo! They did it. Aha! Yay! You see, the number 9 is a big deal in Love Live because it's 1 year for every member itself. Yeah, a huge deal. So
in the first two groups, but
well, in the first two groups, yeah. Again, that's kind of out the window now. But it's an important number. So let's get this really, really clear, my bees. Aqua is not disbanding.
No.
Again, let me just one more time. Aqua is not disbanding! Okay, thank you. Do you think that they got it?
For the people in the back, yeah.
They think they got it. It's said and reinforced over and over and over throughout the live itself. So I'm going to look at their talk just a tiny bit. The whole next year is going to be focusing on the AQ Hours project. AQ meaning eternity. And what Anchan actually thought Aqua was pronounced like at the beginning, which they put in the anime.
I mean, everyone thought that. How else are you supposed to read that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucky because it's not English. It doesn't follow the English rule with a Q, so it's like, what the fuck? Honestly, I think it's pretty clever though. AQ hours, I think it's still pretty clever that they're using it though.
Yeah. Although it's kind of nice in some of the later groups not having to explain how things are pronounced.
Yeah, perfect. Oh god. I mean, talking to anybody else. Oh yeah, like this is Nijigasaki Skuru Doko Kai. That's a little bit of a mouthful, but I can at least say, hey, that's Nijigaku, you know? Like, it's fine.
No,
it's a
this
girl
is Aqua,
itself.
And they're like, oh wait, like that like
that one
group?
like pop the
that one
Barbie
pop
girl
group that did like Barbie girl back in the 90s? No, not that one.
I did that. Good morning. Exactly. So
showing our age a little bit there.
Precisely. It's a little tough. So with Aqua, let's look at the announced events for a tiny bit here. First off, is what's coming up in just a week from now. I'm so excited. First is the Jimoai Matsuri Numazu. Akiramese Numazu for 3 days, Saturday the 14th, Sunday the 15th, and Monday the 16th, which is a public holiday if you didn't happen to know. Looks like the girls are going to be back in Numazu this year since the restrictions from before have finally ended! Woohoo! I'm so glad! Each say will be on a different day, so if you're planning to go and wanting to see your Oshi, well, you probably have already made all of your particular things and reasons for that, but you know, the first day is going to be Aikon, Kin-chan, and Anya. The second day is going to have Aida-san, Fururin, and Suwawa. And the third day will have An-chan, Arisha, and Shikashu. I will be there on the first day 2 days.
Are there still tickets available, or
there are not? They're not.
Okay, I didn't think so, but
there are not. There might be like bleeders. Like you might be able to get like super back of the fucking house kind of shit. But
yeah,
that's
I didn't
all.
think there were, but like that was not that I'm gonna be there, but you know.
Exactly right. Hi, Benda. Good morning. Hi. However, I'm really excited to see them next week. I've got the first day both shows and the second day the first show. So I think it'll be fun. We'll see Aikyan, we'll see Kin-chan, we'll see Anya, we'll see Aida-san and Fururin. How exciting! Wow. And Suwawa, of course. Though Suwawa will never ever recognize me. She'll ignore me until the day I die. And you know what? I think life is better for that. That's fair. So yeah, they're gonna be doing the big festival. I'm gonna be wearing a yukata those days. However, it's actually in a really shitty time for me because if you didn't already know, my students won the speech contest again, so we're going to prefecturals on the Friday. I have to go to a different city, work there all day, do prefecturals, come back to my city, grab my shit, run to a Shinkansen, get last train. It's gonna be a tough one, but I'm gonna try my best, and I think it's gonna be fun. And then I'm going to be staying. Oh, oopsie. That's not what I mean. That's not a good idea. There we go. But I want to, like, I mean, we're gonna be staying at a ryokan and everything. I think it'll be nice. It'll be okay, but it's getting there and trying to have enough sleep. And then, like,
I'm assuming not Yasudaya, or are you there?
No, I'm not Yasudaya. I went to Yasudaya in the summer, however, and it was really wonderful. We went right after Chika's birthday, actually.
So that's why you were able to get in, because you were after it.
Just after. Just very after, yeah. It was so expensive, Jesus. But it was incredible. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so awesome. Like, the whole thing was amazing, and the dinner was so good. If you wanted to go to Chika's house at Yasudaya, definitely I would recommend it for sure. However, remember that it's going to take a lot of money. You'll get a 7-course meal. You can buy cocktails that are Love Live related. You can enjoy Chikachi's house. However, be prepared to open your wallets and pour everything out of it, because it doesn't come cheap.
You need a second person, because they don't do single rooms.
Yeah, they don't do single rooms. You must have at least 2 people. Tough. Become less lonely, nerds. Ha! I kid. I totally would have done it on my own if I could. Touch grass. No, touch the sand. It's aqua, of course.
Oh, yes. There is
Sand.
some grass around there.
That's true, there is. But remember this. Chica's house is right in front of the famous Aqua Beach. If you wake up in the morning on a cloudy day, chances are you're gonna still be able to see Mount Fuji. Even when the weather is bad, it's like glorious over there. It's just gorgeous. It's amazing. So definitely, if you ever have a chance in your lifetime to be able to treat yourself, I'd say definitely do it. You can book it on their website. So yeah, first is
It is a nice
Jimo
place.
Ai.
I've been there.
Yeah, no, like I'm kind of glad that we get to talk about it now because I hadn't been here before the last time that we were talking about it when we went out to dinner that one night.
Yeah, because I've been there. I actually stayed in the same room that they did for that, that young jump shoot, like way back in like 2017. Yeah.
Was that the one that's like right on top with the like two big rooms?
It's on the second floor, like at the back.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. We're right beside that one.
We did not book it intentionally.
Oh, omedetou.
But when we got there, and we're all like carrying our nestos around, and like and merch and stuff, the guy was like, "So you guys are Love Live fans, right?" We're like, "Yeah." They're like,
clearly.
What gave that away?
No, who's that?
They're like, so you know that photo shoot? Because this was back in like 2018.
Yeah.
This was right after Third Live.
Yeah, I was gonna say third-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, this was in between the Saitama and Osaka legs of Third
Live.
So he's like, oh, so you know that photo shoot they did here like about a year ago or so? We're like, yeah. And he just kind of looks at us and he just like points to the ground.
Here.
And we're like, no. He's like, uh-huh.
Please don't lick the floor.
Have a good night. And he just
so
like walks
cute.
out and we're like, holy shit.
Time to go hug the floor. Sniff it. You see, Anchan was there relatively, like, oh man, it was just a week before that she was actually there.
When she just randomly stopped by to hand out her like newest album.
Her newest album, yep, that was it. That was her new album because she went around to each of the places. So I was like, oh, new Anchan sign, let's go! I'm such a fucking loser, Jesus. Yeah, no, when I not just obviously at Yasudaya, but also the cafe that's right beside it, right? They had her newest CD on display and everything, like a proud daughter. Oh, 10 out of 10. Like, it's clear the community really adores weird. Them too. Like, yeah, it is strange.
Because you would think that like this tiny town in the middle of ass nowhere, especially out in Uchiura, which is another like 45 minutes out from the train station. So it is. There's this bit in the anime where Chika is like, and here we have nothing.
Nothing at all.
No, it is in
nothing. No, it's
nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
it's
complete buttfuck nowhere. It is out in the middle of ass nowhere, and you would think like these people are like you and like these kids in their animes, like
they'd be so tired of it.
Intruding on our quiet small town, like get off my lawn. But no, it's like the exact opposite.
Yeah, no, they treat like I feel like a lot of what Aqua and Love Live Sunshine ended up doing for the whole community in general, like Love Live Sunshine being like, hey, like I want to save my school, but then I failed at it. They managed to save that whole area. Tourism became a thing. People pay taxes just because Aqua exists
for the time being. I do applaud the city council, like, being like, yo, this shit can't last. What are we gonna do to, like...
It can't be forever. We have to figure something else out as well.
What are we gonna do to keep things going after this, like, stops?
We can't rely on it forever. And I'm glad that the mayor is also a massive fan of the series, too.
Yeah, but, yeah, no, it's really cool how they've embraced it a lot more than I kind of expected they would. Because, you know.
You would assume it would be like anywhere else in Japan where it's like, oh my god, these fucking losers.
Like, these fucking weebs, like, leave us alone, go away. It's like, nope. Anyway,
they
Jimo
literally
Fest.
they've literally embraced it to the point where now we have Jimo Ai Festival as well, right? Coming up next year. Next week.
Well, next year
Jimo
too, but
next
that's
year as well.
That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Jimo Ai Matsuri is basically, if you remember Jimo Ai, from what was it?
The first
something
duo
unicorn.
trio thing.
It's the duo trio Summer Vacation Volume 1 Unicorn Blizzard. With both Yohane and Yo, and it was Jimo Ai, which is to love the place you live in, you know, to have love for your city, have love for your town. And that's what they ended up making this new festival. So it's clear that the people that are living there aren't just taking it in stride. It's quite serious, you know, because this is a big deal. Setting up this is a lot of money. So it's really exciting that they're going to be able to do that and still support it as well. So, as I said before, Aqua is not doing just a normal disbanding. It's not disbanding. However, we've got Jimo Ai this year and next year. And then next, the wonderful tiny little stories from the live show breaks between costume changes and giving people a chance to sit. Kyou no Aku wa coming back in the form of a little short movie! Yay! As I'm really excited for, because I think they're really adorable, and so many people haven't actually seen the Kyou no Aku wa because of they're only in live shows, so many people don't have a chance to actually see them, especially overseas, so that's also happening. Woohoo! Also, when it comes to that Nama specifically, we're getting more goods. Nobody's surprised about that. Special acrylic stands, exhibition event, a new photo book with all of the seiyuu are also announced. No teasers at all.
More acrylics!
More acrylics! And no other teasers. It's all just text for now. Aside from that, there's going to be a joint project with the city itself called Numazu History Adventure! So the focus is going to be on history of Numazu as a whole, narrated and, by the characters and the seiyuu themselves. So I'm actually pretty interested about that. I wonder what Numazu's history is going to be. Build your house out of acrylics. At this point, I'm almost can. It's actually terrifying.
Kinda same. It's a bit of a problem.
I have an issue! And if you want Kumorin acrylics, there are definitely still some left on my shop. Shilling right now. You can go to my shop right now. I have merch. I only have 3 more Hollow Knight sets, 2 more deluxes, 7 Nesso berries as of yesterday, and then about 30 card packs left. So that's all. We got a whole bunch of new merch. Woohoo! All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's talk about it. The Aqua Finale Love Live. Remember, it doesn't say final, it says finale. Love Live Eternal Stage. It's going to be held sometime next year. We still do not have dates for that, even 2 months after. We're all in limbo, and we will continue to be. For those of you outside of Japan, there will abso-fucking-lutely be a Gaikokujin package for you. Do not forget.
Yeah, there is no world in where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. If they're doing it for smaller lives, when it comes to fucking, they're doing it for smaller lives for Nijigaku
Hasu
right now. Hasu hasn't gotten in one, but I guarantee
I'm not sure if they ever will at this rate.
I feel like they can. But either way, it might be the only one of the only ways to go unless you have a Japanese number and an E+ account. If you don't already know, getting a Japanese number is really difficult because you have to live in Japan in order to get yourself a Japanese phone number.
Sort of.
Yeah, kinda.
You have to be in Japan to get one that will
physically.
work.
Yes, specifically. You have
you don't
to be
have
there
to necessarily
physically.
live there, but going into that whole mess that's a thing.
Wild. Absolutely wild. So, after the announcement for the final live, we were reassured by every member that they're not actually, ending. It's just going to be a little bit different from here out. Essentially, Aqua is going to be finished with one-man lives after the last concert. There might be other lives that they split up and do, or perhaps they'll do smaller sub-unit related events, but not all as 9 people, and not as only Aqua. My best guess is that they appear as guests like, as guests like at events like Love Live Fest, Ichigen, Unit Koshien, something like that. Again, no guarantee that all members could participate either, so it's a real hard tell. It might be your last chance to cheer them on as one unit, though. So if this is the event that you're going to want to be at, I would strongly recommend that you start planning and saving now. 2 months ago, even. Like, start planning now.
I were to guess as to when things were going to happen, my personal guess, and I mean, I don't know anything more than anybody else, but I think this is likely, is it will be in June.
I was going to say, looking at the other events that are currently on the go, my personal guess as when the live could happen is from, at the very earliest, it would be unwise, but the very earliest it would be March. My personal guess is late May. The earliest March guess is being just after all of the big Hasu events, and General Liela performs usually Liela also performs in February as well. It also makes sense considering that they have their third season in October, which means that they're going to have a live based on those songs as well. They also hinted it could be similar where their 10th anniversary is as well, so I'm thinking that June is also a big guess for me.
That's why I suggest that, because several times they have said that they wanted to make it the 10 years.
Yes, that's true.
And if they wanted to make it the 10 years, this would be the time to make it the 10 years, and that would be June.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah. Start saving. I don't think you'd have to go too crazy about it, because personally, it will fill. But I think if they're gonna do like a big venue like Tokyo Dome or whatever,
Tokyo
which is
Dome
pretty
again.
likely,
They'll do Tokyo Dome again for sure.
I don't think it's going to be like that difficult to get tickets.
Yep. I think, I don't think it'll be super difficult for sure to get them. But it is important to try. If you're wanting in, you have to try, and that's the thing.
If you want to go, this is the time to go. There will be a foreign ticket package, but we're not going to get information for that until like
way closer. Way closer. It'll be after General JP ballot.
So you're probably not going to hear about that until like
February, March, February, January, February.
2 months, not even, maybe like 2 or 3 months before.
Oh, God.
the previous packs recently have been all of like a month and a half.
A month and a half, yeah. It's been bad. It's been like way too close. But I'm hoping, I'm putting my hopes and dreams out there that they, give us a little bit of time. I feel like with Love Live Fest, they gave people. They did. It was in. Okay. I came back from my first trip to Japan in October. It was the last week that I was there in the October time frame that they brought out the Gaijin packages. October. The live was the beginning of January, mid-January. So,
it was like January
we had a
20th or something like that.
We had a few months before it to be able to make it happen, but it was one of their first ways to do it. So yeah, I'm thinking that it will be. However, if you're wanting to get a leg up on things, what I would recommend is this. If you book a flight out long enough in advance, they'll have, you can change your dates for a lot cheaper than buying closer.
That always depends on your airline and the ticket and the ticket type you buy.
That's true.
And other stuff like that. So be careful about that.
Make sure that you have things that you're able to change if you're wanting to do something
make
like that.
Make sure it's a changeable ticket. See, depending on the airline you fly, they might have change fees or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to check. But yes, doing it in
Corey's
advance.
the expert, please listening. Yeah, doing it in advance I feel like would be wise, especially because if it is June, it begins the summer high volume pricing that they end up having.
And you don't want to buy a ticket for June 2 months in advance. That's gonna be some money.
Yep. Pretty penny. Maybe
but yeah,
pretty penny.
I've never actually used the Gaijin pack myself.
I did
because
before once.
Well, I got a E Plus account back when it was easier to do so.
Right, yeah.
So I still have a card that works outside of Japan, so that's
そっか.
Which is grandfathered and all that, so
Yeah.
I never actually ended up having to use it.
True.
But the ones post-COVID have been a lot closer to the event than they used to be. So
beware of this.
They've also been very basically guarantees. So that they've been basically guarantees, but I don't think that will be the case this time.
I really genuinely think that they're going to give us more time. I think they're going to give people more time because they know how important it is. And Aqua was...
I mean, as far as like the guarantee.
Oh yeah.
This won't... The Gaijin pack is generally a very easy to win.
One. Easy ballot. Yeah.
Win rates are high, even for FES.
Yeah.
Which was the biggest one so far. Win rates, from the data that we have, were like 80%,
80% or so?
win rates.
So, which is great. I love to see it.
It's not going to... This, I doubt, will be like the recent packs where nobody lost. But your chances are high.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I think chances are high. Also, I would like to mentally consider that Aqua was like one of the first things that they ended up doing after their first season of the anime is they performed live at Anime Expo in LA. They know they have an overseas fan base as well. So I think that they're not going to make it super unfair for everybody coming from overseas. I feel like they're relatively generous, especially with the seating. The seating is so generous.
Foreign pack, Gaijin pack tickets are always God
so
seats.
Good. God seats.
Which is important if it's in Tokyo Dome, because honestly, Tokyo Dome is not a very good venue.
It's tough. It's made for baseball. It's not made for concerts.
If you're not in the front, it's kind of crap.
Well, it's tough. But that's why we all bring binoculars, right? Bring binoculars.
I mean, also acoustically.
Yeah, of course.
The problem with Tokyo Dome is it's actually large enough that the speed of sound matters.
Exactly. So if you're all the way at the back.
It actually takes like 2 or 3 seconds for sound to make it from the stage to the back of the venue.
Yeah, and then it reverberates off of the back. If you're like at the very back, it'll reverberate off of that, and you'll get kind of a weird sort of like almost echo chambery feeling.
I was in the back of the venue for 4th.
I was in the back for Windy.
And you can actually see like the sound wave propagate with people like waving their blades.
Yeah, because they'll react with our lights
with their pen lights. Yeah, so you can actually see the sound wave like propagate through the venue, which is kind of cool, but not great for like acoustics.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of interesting. Like, don't get me wrong. So like first day, me being up top, I didn't think it was too crazy bad. Like the thing with a live show and live venue is that you're still there. You're still in front of everything.
Yeah,
you're still in the moment. However, there's for those of us who have been to quite a few of these shows, it's kind of easy to tell which ones are better than the other ones. And part of the way that I like to talk about it is in Tokyo Dome for Windy, I was at the back for the first one, and then I was right in front of the symphony in the arena for the second day. And it was magical. Night and day difference. Like absolute night and day difference. It was insane. And it was just it was such a good show.
About having a good seat.
Yeah.
I've had some really good seats. Oh yeah, God.
Oh yeah, no, Budokan's tiny.
Budokan is not a big venue. Budokan's like what, 10K?
10K tops. Okay, people aim for Budokan because Budokan is made specifically for concerts. The stage is circular. You can look at any direction and people will be around you. So as a performer, I think it's a very special, interesting stage. It is not for idols.
It's also But if it's your first time, it
Oh
doesn't
my
matter
God.
where you'll be.
It doesn't
It'll
matter
be
at
fucking
all.
magical. It'll be fucking magical. Like, it doesn't matter.
My first live was Aqua in LA, and it was the most magical experience. I went through those doors and started bawling immediately. Like, it was, I thought I could die right there, and I would have been fine. I would have been absolutely okay. And, unfortunate, but
We're talking about like seats and venues. We're just spoiled entitled brats here.
Precisely that. Don't listen
don't
to
mind
us.
us.
If you're coming
Plus,
to come see Aqua, it's going to be a good time no matter what.
It's gonna be amazing. It doesn't matter. And if you're getting the Gaijin pack, you're gonna get good seats.
You're going to get good seats, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it at all. And I'll also mention that, remember that you're also going to be filled with the electricity of the venue. And by what I mean, it's not like you're going to get plugged into a wall, but everybody has this energy to support these live Seiyu, and it's
there's 60,000 people in the venue, all cheering for the same thing. It's
magical.
There's an energy in there that is really kind of hard to describe.
When you're with a bunch of people, like, you throw a house party and you're like, man, I love Smash Brothers, and people come over and they all play Smash Brothers, and you go, oh man, this was a good day, everybody liked what we were doing. Like, it's like that on a fucking 10,000 times thing. All of these people have gathered for one particular purpose, for the thing that they love and the thing they want to see, and you get to be a part of that as well. It is something you can't trade, I think, for the world. And I really do hope that everybody that wants to go is able to.
As far as the finale thing, my personal opinion on that is that not much is going to change, because Aqua hasn't really been active the way they were for a while now.
That's true.
They've been doing smaller things, subunit things.
A lot of solo-based stuff, a lot of
solo-based stuff.
Working on their own things,
They're all busy. I mean, they still showed up for, they still came for Koshien.
Yep. Oh man, that was amazing.
They still do some things.
Ichigan,
YYY is still running around and doing all this crap.
Yeah, YYY is probably the most active right now.
Well, because they're the most available.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think a whole lot's going to change in that respect.
Yeah.
They just wanted to put a cap on this part of Aqua's life. They just because
they wanted to make it official,
Whenever because this whole time there's been this there's always been the question: when's the next event? When's the next event? When's the next live? When's the next live? When's the next live?
There's no more anime to go through. There's no more other stuff,
Yeah, everyone's just sitting there expecting, waiting, for there to be the next thing, and they kind of just want to have some closure on that, so that people no longer have to always be wondering when the next thing is.
Yeah.
And there's no expectation on them either to when's the next thing? When can we fit in the next thing? When can we get all 9 of us together to do the thing?
To rehearse and go through all of the stuff
and then perform and it's that's a big expectation. So now there isn't really that this is we're putting a cap on this. We're giving people closure. We're letting this be official that okay, let's have our moment. Let's have our big finale
thing, and then
our big finale. There, we'll all cry about it. Yep. And then we can move on to
what happens from there happens.
We can just do what we want, and if something comes up and we want to do something, we can do it. And if schedules align, we can do it. If the franchise is doing a big thing, we can come.
Yeah.
But there isn't. No, I'm expecting that to happen because they like doing like Countdown Live or Unit Goshian or Fest or another Ichigen or whatever. And I'm almost like certain that Aqua, in some sense or form, is going to show up. It might not be everybody, but now once they have this finale, there's no longer the expectation, and it has to be everybody. It's okay, who's available to come and do this thing?
Yep, that's exactly it. And I think it'll be more
available?
healthy for them from here on out as well.
Yeah, because they don't have to worry about like they're letting the rest of the group down and holding the rest of the group back from being able to go and like do things.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They can just be, okay, there's this thing. Who's available? You are. Great, let's go do this.
Let's do this thing. Yeah, if you're available, we'll pay you for it. Come on in.
I can't make it this time. All right, no big deal. It's just like
we'll do this.
So I don't think much is going to change. I don't think they really want to like stop. It's just it's not
knowing all of them personality-wise, over the years, because I feel like so many of us also, grew up with them, whether it be grew up in our adulthood with them,
or just in this franchise.
In this franchise, yeah, exactly.
I joined the franchise I discovered the franchise a week before Muse Final, so Aqua was really my first
introduction.
Like, of course, I still have a thing for Muse, and I still have a space in there, but I never had that chance to really connect with them because by the time I showed up, they were basically gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm like, oh no, there's this new group. I've been following them from day one. Well, not day one because that was in 2015 and I wasn't around yet.
Yeah, you weren't around in October, but same diff.
More or less day one.
Yeah.
Liela was actually day one, but we'll get to that later. But so my time in this fandom was growing up with them. The Western fandom in general grew up with Aqua. It blew up with it. It started to really blow up when Aqua was introduced. It grew up, it matured, it became with them. So I knowing them, they don't want to say we're done, but they also are this isn't realistic.
Yeah,
we all have solo careers, we all have stuff. Some of them are very busy.
Yep.
And it just makes more sense for them to just at this point make it official and not have to worry about it. And if they can so they're not going anywhere.
Yep. That's really the be all and end all of it, is that they're not going anywhere, but please lower your expectations from them for a little while.
This isn't like Muse where after Final Live they
we're gone.
Fucked off. They fucked off for 6 years and just were
that's not true either, because they did come they came back for Love Live Fest and they had a single during that as well.
4 years.
Yeah.
That was still 4 years.
That was 4 years. That's nuts. Whereas they're still going to be doing stuff.
It was 4 years of basically radio silence.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm not expecting that. And even after that, even after Fest, then they did Fest, and then they basically again just more or less radio silence for another 4 years.
Yeah.
Until the end of the orchestra stuff, and it's only recently, now in the past 6 months, really, that they've started actually showing up in stuff.
Yeah, so, it's only been recently because of the anniversary stuff.
It's 2024. It's been 8 years.
Oh God, don't say it.
Since Final.
It's wild to me. Either way, I'm gonna try and cap it now because we're saying the same thing a lot. But yes, ultimately, after all of the finale live talk, They told us that they would be at 2025 GMOI Festival as well. Aqua still has their own future.
Doing that again.
So do not fret. There's really nothing we can do but wait for dates. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't cry about the news, though. I gotta be honest. I think everybody at least teared up when Anchan started to in the announcement as well.
I don't think it's quite hit me yet that this is actually happening. I'm not sure if it will until I'm actually sitting in that venue and it's actually happening.
Yeah, we were in a call together and I was fucking dead. Oh
you
man.
You were.
Well, it took me. I was like, oh my god, yeah, here it is. And then it was when Anchan started cracking where I started cracking.
Yeah, no, you bawled.
It was tough. I needed to go walk around after. It was tough. I was,
I will totally be in tears when they're on stage during the thing, all crying, and I will be a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But it hasn't hit that point.
We'll get there. We'll get you there. We're gonna have to have a lot of headache medicine and water by the end of that live, let me tell you. But I feel like it's gonna be difficult live to watch till the end and have zero announcements after the final finale, the final encore or whatever, that's gonna be an interesting time. Either way, there's something that I did really want to say to every bee. Ultimately, I think it's really important to look between both Muse and Aqua and understand the context as to why they can't continue in the way that they are at the moment. Muse had the unfortunate reality where they were casted for a project and they weren't really expecting to be full-on idols by the end of it. It started as a magazine project. The scale that they managed to reach is fucking insane by just that standard.
They were cast as Seiyu. They're when they were hired for the job, it was to be Seiyu and to maybe sing a song or two.
Yeah.
That wasn't
that wasn't the full thing.
That wasn't the deal. That wasn't. They actually apparently they said that when they were actually asked to go and do live performances, they had a talk with themselves do we do it or do we just say no and refuse?
Right.
So it was a very different situation. What they managed to create was beyond everyone's expectations, including their own.
Exactly. We can look instead really fondly at Muse's growth and the miracles that happened with it, but with members being really busy in their own solo projects, health issues, and some wanting to pursue more than just Love Live as a career, it was pretty natural that they ended where they did. But Aqua, however, they knew exactly what kind of ocean they were dipping their toes into when they began it. Aside from the massive shoes to fill and the endless onslaught of people that genuinely thought that they were the reason that Muse was ending, they at least knew that being an idol was the main goal here. I think that Aqua really managed to become legends in their own right, and they really helped make the series their own. Yeah. God, we look at them now with... I feel like I look at them with different eyes as I do with Muse. However, the respect is overflowing.
The taking a franchise from its originator to an actual franchise, being the second group, is always
that's tough.
An extremely hard thing. Oftentimes it doesn't work.
I would even just look. I want you to literally just parallel world it and look at something like anything second time, right? Pokemon Gold and Silver. Mare. Yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver. Even when people started watching it, it was, when people started watching it, you see, it was or going into it is oh wow, this is cool, but it's not the same, when people get really crazy. Also, it is actually automatic on my normal model. I'll just become slightly larger for you, okay? Arigato. However, it's difficult. They're going to have shoes to fill. There's a reason why we end up saying that, in general, they have shoes to fill, and there's a great wide ocean in front of them.
There was no guarantee Aqua was going to work.
Exactly.
There was no guarantee that people were going to be willing to follow them.
Yeah,
There was no guarantee that lightning was going to strike twice. And like people, it was entirely possible in some parallel universe that people just said "fuck you" and the franchise ended.
Yep.
Like
we could be in a future right now where Love Live doesn't exist, and yet they persevere.
So it's a very, very hard thing to do for them, for the staff to walk that line. Not everyone actually manages it. A lot of franchises don't.
Not at all.
And they managed to make their own thing, like, and they are now viewed as like as much of like the like Dai Senpai, like the big like
they are
senior members, the big like of the franchise, as much as Muse are.
Absolutely. Like I said before, they've managed to become legend in their own right. They made the series their own. And like even with that, we can actually see why like Aqua is clearly a massive reason why even Numazu continues to succeed. I can't see them abandoning that hope that they gave the city and the surrounding areas as well. I know we're going to see them more. If not right away, but the best that they can as individuals.
And
I look at so many things since that feel like they're trying to do what Love Live did. Yeah.
Now when we see this franchise and we have 4 groups running around and nobody bats an eye.
Yep.
And they introduce another group and people are like, okay. Like, it wasn't always that way.
No, not at all. Exactly.
And it's because of what Aqua built and what they were able to build off of Muse's, like, off of what Muse built, that this place is how it is now.
Yep.
And they will continue to do it. Like, it's...
in their own special Aqua way.
And in the way that is better for them, a way that makes them happy, a way that makes them comfortable and able to progress with their lives, which is, in the end, what's really important.
Right? If more than anything, I want you all to remember something that I say quite frequently. Cheer for your Oshis while you can! Cheer for your Oshis while you can! You are living in a world that is temporary, fleeting. As time goes by, you never know what the next day will bring. So live in the present, my bees, especially when it comes to idols. I will leave it with this. The last one here. Go, go, Aqua! I can so very, very, very much, just very happily try. Oh, so happy. Kumo, 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 woo Kumo. Oh my god, are you cheering for your Oshi? Am I your Oshi mama? Arigato. It's weird to be able to say that. I know that some people have called me their Oshi. Something something's ima ga saiko desho toge! Desho! Okay, so I was playing Split. You're not gonna fucking believe this. There is somebody at my door. Please entertain the bees. Entertain the bees.
I'll tell the story. So she was playing Splatoon yesterday, and they're doing the Splatfest blah 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 stuff with past, present, future, and she was doing the present one, and she's looking at the like the drawings and stuff people have for their in the plaza, and suddenly she walks up to someone, and they have this this drawing of Rin.
Yes, it's a Rin-chan.
From Muse.
Yes.
And it's and have the Ima ga Saiko thing written there, which was kind of surprising because we weren't expecting any Muse people to be rooting for the present, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I thought it was gonna be past, and then like my brain would like I can read the kanji. I know it says present, and I know it says Ima ga Saiko, but it was like from Bokuhika. It was like, oh,
and it was just this random like because those people are in like that's randomly picked from like everybody.
Yeah, from everybody.
And it just happened to be that one person.
Yeah.
Ended up in her game. And it was kind of crazy.
I was so jazzed to see it. I gave it a fresh, and I was really happy to see it in general. And it's true. Ima ga saiko. God, I love Muse so much, and I hope that we can continue to love Aqua as well. Without every group, Love Live isn't Love Live. And with that, I think that we are done with most of the Aqua news at the moment. Be sure that you're, if you don't use Twitter, don't worry about it. But I will talk about it on my streams as well, since I'm going to Jimoai Matsuri next week. I'm also going to be posting pictures in my Discord, so feel free to come on over. But it's true, Togekiss. It's so true. I saw that you followed earlier, by the way. Arigato. Alright.
Heyo.
Fantastic. So did it. I'm going to very quickly, we're gonna run another ad because I know that it's going to derail everything really quickly if I just do it right now. We're gonna run one more ad. For those of you who are still with us, we can talk through that ad. I'm gonna run it, and then we're going to go through the last bit, because we did talk about this for a while. However, it's because the news with Aqua there was a lot. I feel like there was a lot to talk about this time around.
That was a pretty important thing that we had to talk about.
I'd say so. Okay, I'm gonna run an ad now. Bees, if you happen to have really cute emotes, feel free to go for it. For those of you who are watching the VOD, well, I hope you like this cool quick cut. Wow, bam, 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 bam. I'm so excited to talk about this because there's something really, really big happening right now. And if you all don't already know, Nijigasaki has finally, as of yesterday, released their newest movie! Yay! I'm so happy! Oh, omedetou! And it looks really, really cute. Unsurprisingly, in Nijigaku nature, the anime art director and art designer is actually different from the movie and from the game, so it still looks a little different, but I think it's kind of charming. And
it's
all of
the Bochi guy this time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just different, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is a brand new trailer, which I will link in the description below. Let me see if I can find it for those of you that are here.
From what I heard from the thing, the Bochi animator guy is a huge fan, and basically went up to Damco and were like, "Can I do this, please?
Can I please do it? Let me do it, please.
Let me do it, please.
Let me do it. I would like to do it."
So, yeah, it looks a little different, but at least we have a case where we can be sure that, like, effort and love and care would be put into the thing, because the guy's a huge fan and would like die if he didn't like do good by this franchise that he loves so much.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I like the OG animators, but I'll take
rather than
Bochi
like,
the Love Live. Right, and so I've linked in my post here the trailer for it. It is not in English, however, you are able to find pretty easygoing English out there. I think it's pretty easy to understand, and honestly, if you just want to look at cute girls being cute, it's really simple. This one particularly focuses on 6 of the girls. We've got Shizuku, Emma, Kanata for 3, Ayumu, Lanzu, and who else? Wait a minute. Dare? Who else? Who is the major one they talk about? Is it Kasumin? Kasumin, right? I think it's Kasumin. Yeah, Kasumin. Yeah. So that's a new one. The faces are so soft. Yeah, they're definitely softer. And yes, they get kind of the Bochi treatment. I'm very excited about it. And of course, with Nijigaku as well, you get solo songs. We do have a movie theme that all of them sing. However, you get solo songs for those 6 girls as well, which is really exciting, and I'm so excited to see it. I won't actually be able to see it until... Let me see. Hold on. I won't be able to see it until the 16th. I will go watch it on the 16th. That's my plan.
When it will make its way over to English-speaking land with either streaming or whatnot is anybody's guess at this point.
Yeah.
If it will. I assume it probably will eventually.
Yeah, there's totally a chance. There's totally a chance. Like, I'll pay to see it.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. I think, it's hard because after COVID, movie theaters doing, like, delayed viewings and streamings and stuff like that, it's difficult for them now because of the money that goes into licensing and all that jazz. Manzu, Ayumu, Kasumi, Shizuku, Kanatan, and Emma. Yes, indeed. And they all look really, really cute. I think it's adorable. I like Shizuku's outfit a lot.
Probably if this were to end up here, it would be more likely just to, like, be put up on Crunchyroll or something.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to show up in theaters, especially since it's like what? It's not even like feature length.
No. I think it's still about an hour. Like, I mean, it's not that bad. Let them date. Let them date.
But like a movie theater over here is not going to put up something that's an hour long.
That's true. That's true. Whereas like over here, we do it all the fucking time, so it doesn't matter at all.
Well, I mean, they'll do it over here, but they're not going to do it over here for some anime movie.
That's true. Also true.
So it's probably going to end up on Crunchyroll. Either that, or we'll get like a compilation of all 3 of them once they release.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you'll definitely see it in English translated. I know that you'll be able to. They're not going to forget. Either way, I'm really happy to see it happen in general. Nijigaku is so sweet and cute. And the fact that they are the first Love Live series to receive more than one movie is fucking crazy. You couldn't have told me this. You couldn't have told me this early on and me believe you. I'd be like, if anybody gets 2 movies, it's gonna be Aqua, is my thought, right? My immediate thought. However, to be fair, Aqua did get 2 anime series.
They did.
True, right? But Nijigaku did get 3 movies, and that's so fun!
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want to go see it, and I think it'll be cute. So yeah, it focuses on the girls that are actually not my top girl and not Kazuma's top girl. But I'm sure that in the second movie, our girls will be together and very happy because they're doing 6 at a time. So I'm assuming the first movie is going to be on those first 6 girls, and the second movie is going to be based on the story with the second 6 girls, and then the third movie will be them all together, and it'll be more like of a finale sort of feeling. Because Nijigaku, if we could please remind ourselves about, is also not going to last forever, my bees. They came in with the game. The game is already gone, and they're still here somehow.
The game has been gone for a long time.
So we have to be able to keep that in our heads that, whereas Nijigaku is popular and, still supported very much, as the Love Live quote-unquote side project, I don't think it's gonna get as much fanfare at the end, Second movie's gonna have the triangle of Rina, and Mia. Rina's just gonna have a throuple going on, and I think that's cool. I would be totally happy with Rina not dating her. I gotta be honest with you. This is my filthy fujoshi coming out, but I think that Rina and Mia belong together more than I and Rina do.
I'm just gonna let you...
Autism! Either way, it's gonna be really cute. I think it'll be great. And Shioku will be there, and Setsuna will be there, and Karin will be there. It'll be cute. I think it'll be great. But we won't see the second movie until next year anyway, so, we've got some time. We can think about it all we want. But that's the major piece of Nijigaku news at the very moment. If I could say anything about it. Also, yeah. They ended up making a Twitter specifically for Nijigaku's Nijigaku's movie, as well as the live that's happening really soon here. I'm so excited for them, so proud of them. Oh, it's gonna be so cute.
They've been doing that a lot lately, splitting the projects into like more specialized Twitter accounts rather than just dumping everything on the main account.
I'm grateful for it. Thank fuck. It means I don't
have to
scroll
tons. It makes it a lot easier
tons.
to follow things. Yeah.
Yeah. And then people can also choose not to follow if need be.
Yeah, if they're not interested, they're not interested, and then they don't have to.
They don't have to be bombarded by all sets of news at once, which is probably why people unfollowed in the first place. Hi, Bats. Good morning. I will mention that at the moment, the special merchandise for the movie that will be sold in the theaters themselves are only on those first 6 girls and Yu-chan. You can't have the girls without Yu-chan. They have them in casual outfits as well as bikinis because the newest movie is supposed to be based on being in Okinawa for their big thing. And then it's October 19th is their next concert, 7th Live, New Tokimeki Land, which is on, the 19th and the 20th, and it's in K Arena. So I'm pretty sure they've made a deal with K Arena, I swear to God.
They probably, honestly, at this point, they probably have like a buy 10, get 1 free sort of thing.
Yeah, I know that's exactly what I'm thinking though, too.
I'm not complaining because, again, K Arena is a really nice venue.
It is.
I mean, the only drawback about it, the only drawback about it is it's in Yokohama, which is kind of, there isn't a whole lot in Yokohama. But,
yeah, I mean, being Kanagawa, you can always go, like, Yokohama, let us be clear, it is a large city, but for those of us who are weebs, it is not meant for us. It's so weird.
Yokohama is a very normie city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially now that the Gundam is gone.
Yeah,
it's like anything that would be like interest to us is kind of gone.
Yeah, nope. Cause the F-lighter to Harajuku. Yeah, there you go. Go back to Harajuku where you filthy weebs fucking belong. Get back in the back in the train.
Yeah, Yokohama is a nice enough place.
Do you want to know where I like to go?
What?
When it comes, okay, so Yokohama is a bigger city, right? But if you, cause you're still in Kanagawa, if you're still in that area, you can, if you want to, go hop on a train and head to, I swear, Ebina. This is, it's a weird solution, right? You can still go to Tokyo very easily from Yokohama. It's only a 30-minute train ride. But if you go to Ebina, they've got this massive, big mall that's connected to it with a ton of really amazing food. But also that it has, the really big fun theaters there. And usually people that are there, I see more weebs than coming out of Ebina than I do in Yokohama, which is surprising, There's not much, I wouldn't say that there's a ton to do in Ebina either, but I feel more comfortable doing things in Ebina after lives.
Yeah, the thing about a venue in Yokohama though is that there's enough stuff in Yokohama that generally people end up doing offkais and stuff there.
Yeah.
Which means it's a lot easier to just stay there.
Mm-hmm,
but the problem is hotels in Yokohama aren't exactly cheap.
That's true.
So
go to Ebina.
Yeah, and it's far enough from Tokyo that if you were staying in Tokyo, you'd basically have to fuck off immediately after the live.
Yeah, you would leave immediately, or me, who has to take a Shinkansen to go back home, which is farther away, and I won't say where it is, but it's farther away. I have to take the last Shinkansen. And the last Shinkansen is at 9:42, and my fucking last train, the last time, got me there at 9:45, and I'm still pissed off about it.
Yeah, sorry about keeping you there. Whoopsie.
Crying. Oopsie. It's okay. Either way, I forgot the Gundam went away. Yeah, the one in Yokohama did. But not the one in Odaiba, which is specific to the Nijigaki lovely ladies that we're talking about right now. And it's true.
Yeah, they're based in Odaiba.
You can go on the Rinkai line, which is the one that, Tokyo Teleport Station and the what is it, the monorail or whatever on the top. all of the girls, like, have their own, train uniforms now. You can go see them until Halloween, I think, is the last day, if you would like to see all of them there. And then, I think that there's also a contest going on, until today, actually. There's, like, a contest going on specifically, for, what is it? It's more like ticket screenings and stuff like that. I think it'll be really interesting. I hope that those of you who entered do end up getting what you wanted there. Exciting, though. I am really proud of Nijigaku and what they've done with it. Like we mentioned before, Nijigasaki is a group that ended up effectively accidentally became popular. They weren't supposed to get an anime. They weren't supposed to get support. There's a really, really, really precious clip of the girls who, like, they're told that, surprise, you're getting an anime, and all of them are sitting there like, what? And then some of them cried. And to be honest, like, wow, it was so precious.
A lot of that happening because the All-Stars delay.
Yeah.
Because that game was originally delayed by a year.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, they had to, like, have them do things for
They had
a year.
to do something else for a year.
So they
while
did
Liela
things.
was training.
and people decided that, like, I kind of like these girls.
Yeah, like
When
everybody
they were
else is
doing the
waiting,
thing.
right? So it's like, oh.
They're like, oh, well, these they're fun. I like them. And then it just kind of built up from there.
Mm-hmm. It just, like, happened,
So-
right? How exciting, though. I'm so proud. So proud. They deserve it. You know, they deserve
great.
it. And I think the last piece of news that I have for you, Bees, as well, is actually until just the 29th here, today, specifically Tobu Zoo. There's a collaboration with all of the Nijigasaki girls. They obviously have acrylics and a whole bunch of stuff, and I think that it's really, really cute. I just remember of that one, Lanzu's just carrying a fuckload of white tiger plushies, and it is very adorable, IMO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Animals are cute.
Animals are very cute. I mean, the thing is... Oh, never mind. There's one more piece of things. There is... when is it until... fuck. Maneki Neko is a karaoke shop. And until...
It's a chain. It's a big chain. They're all over
Yeah. There's, until the 23rd... I believe, the 23rd, they have a big Nijigasaki collaboration. It's been for pretty much this whole last month. It's until the 23rd, and then all of the girls have, like, a cat that sits with them, and it is very, very cute. They have collaboration drinks, they've got bromides, they've got buttons, they've got whatever the fuck you want. They all sell it to you, let me tell ya. Niji's got everything, okay? They've got fucking everything. And... they're not shy about bringing it out. Oh, wait, more Nijigaku? I feel for the Daredemo Daisuke that are being dragged through the fucking mud here. Open your wallet.
But do they have toothbrushes? I don't think so.
You know what? I can at least stick Sumire in my mouth, and it would be totally socially acceptable compared to Liela, which are the only group with toothbrushes. Exactly. But I think that... right now, that is all of the Nijigaku news for now, so let's go to the next one, which is Liela! Ta-da! Welcome to the Liela vlog! Hooray! Oh my goodness, exciting! Ta-da! Oh, how exciting. Can't believe you'd admit to tonguing Sumire just like that. Hey, if they had a toothbrush with your waifu on it, wouldn't you want to buy it, huh? 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 Okay. Calm down, everybody.
Who wouldn't? It's...
I mean, come on now. I don't actually use it. I don't use it! I don't want to throw it away! I don't want to throw it away after, you know? Why don't I just drop that fact on stream, though? Come on now, I know you are. Either way...
Like, that's the weirdest thing she's ever said. Like, come on.
It's so true! Okay, the cool part about Liella is today we have a super cool, amazing Liella expert here with us, Corey. So
Yay.
I'm so excited for you to talk more about Liella as well. Let's definitely. You got me and Corey got you. Okay, that's fair. Shut up. So yeah, let's talk about Liella. There's a ton of stuff happening right now. And here, how about this? I opened up this fact a little bit earlier, but we did end up mentioning that Lizanie was a thing, and Lizanie 2025 Liella's appearance is confirmed on January 24th. Yay! And that's the 15th anniversary of Lizanie, so I think it'll be really, really fun.
Yeah, Lizanie's generally a good one.
Yeah.
I have mixed opinions on festival events sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to Anisama last year and was a bit bored.
Yeah, that's fair. If you're only there for one group.
If you're not up on your seasonals, like Anisama can be a little and I'm not up on the seasonals. I haven't been up on seasonals for
not
some
for a
time
while.
Now.
It's been at least 6 months for me. I feel bad.
So, and if you're not, then Anisama is going to be a weird thing for you because that's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just there for one group, Anisama is like 7 hours. So,
And good luck. GG's.
And there's like 40 artists per day, and everyone gets like 2 songs. So, yeah. Lizanie is a lot more like contained of an event. There's usually like 6 or 7 or so acts per day. They get a lot more time, and they also have like talk sections and stuff after each of them.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a lot more like digestible. Even if you're only there for like a single act, it's not like stupidly. It's still like maybe 3 hours, 4 hours or something or other, so you can still like vibe along with everybody else.
だよね.
And the other big thing about Lizanie is that they have a live band.
Yeah, that's really cool, don't you think?
That's one of the things they're known for. They have live music backing for all the acts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is cool and fun, and makes even stuff that you like aren't necessarily familiar with
a good time.
Kind of more fun because there's the band and you could do that.
Yeah. It's just new energy. If you can secure front blocks for Anisama, it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Saitama Super Arena. Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. Like when I was at Anisama, I got like tickets a lot later, so I was up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah,
and when you're up in like the 400, 500 levels up there, most people there are kind of there for one act or whatever.
That's fair. Yeah.
The vast majority of people around you are just like sitting on their phones when it's not there.
Aww.
So
yeah, that's kind of a bummer, eh?
Which happens at like fest events because not everyone's interested in everything, and if you're fuck off in the back, the acts can't see you anyways.
Yeah, they can't see you, can't interact. It's just a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of. It's kind of sad.
So you don't really get that like venue vibe because most people just are kind of like just not
there.
But anyway,
just they exist to exist. Either way, it's just one little piece of news. It's good that they're doing it. I'm glad.
And it's not very hard to get tickets for it. So yeah, it's a fun thing.
I'm grateful.
Interestingly, though,
yeah,
Liella is on Friday.
Yes,
because it's a 3-day thing. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Liella's on Friday. And I'm like, why are they putting them on the Friday? And I'm like, are they putting them on the Friday because they have like 6 live that weekend and can't actually do Saturday or Sunday?
That could actually be a reason. I could see that being a thing. I could absolutely see that. Hi, Mombi! I could see it being a thing for sure.
It's at the end of January, which kind of tracks with when that might. So could it be like the first leg?
Or yeah, okay, it could be first leg because I was totally like mentally putting money at the very first week of February when it came to
isn't that Asia Tour?
Wait a minute, I have that
First
open.
week is Asia tour.
First week is Asia tour? Oh, then that's not happening then. Then would first leg be last weekend of January-ish, the 24th-ish, and then...
Which is Lizani.
Yeah, Lizani. And then they do Asia tour, the first bit of it. 2122 is Asia? Okay.
Is the Asia tour final.
Oh, it's the final one, okay.
That's the one in Yokohama, yeah.
Oh, that's Yokohama, okay, gotcha.
So I'm thinking is that why they're on Friday? Because otherwise Friday is the cheaper day, which is kind of weird that they would put them is that because they can't do Saturday because they have 6 on Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, that's a total that checks for me, I think.
And they have to fuck off to wherever the hell their first thing is. It's probably somewhere in the Tokyo area. But... Not
living in Tokyo is hell sometimes for me. But mood, I feel it. We'll have to see.
Try having to fly over there from the other side of the world.
I've done that at least twice. Come on now, I've tried at least twice.
I've done that at least 4 times this year.
Skill issue. Either way.
Anyway.
Either way,
so that's
it's
cool.
Not only that, that's one of those things. I was also going to say on the 18th, for another piece of news, the 5th live for Liella, the Blu-ray will be released. Twinkle Triangle is a really, really cute live. I hope that you'll all be able to see it.
It's so good.
It's super good.
Netflix for that was just
it was wild. Oh,
because
delicious.
They were just bringing all the first gen songs that hadn't been done in ages and updating them.
It was the first time that I had seen
all this stuff.
Non-fiction in literal years, and I was just fucking crying the whole time. You could probably see me being a fucking idiot, crying. Yeah.
Yup. One of my friends was the same way. He was my Renban for my partner for that one.
Perfect. So they were just going, oh!
And I literally had to pick him off, physically pick him up off of the ground when non-fiction started. Because I'm like, yo, get up and watch the damn song.
Yeah, do you want to see it or not?
He actually collapsed onto the floor next to me.
I can't believe it. It's not fiction. Where I just mortal call. Oh yes, you know.
He did that. I had to pick right beside me, grab him, and pick him off of it. It was funny.
See, I understand. I understand the falling over thing, but during the song itself, you have to go hard. You jump, you fucking climb, you do your thing, and then afterwards, breathe. You can fall after. But for now, baby.
And I was do you want to watch the song or not?
Yes, exactly. So that is available. Make sure that you keep your eyes open for that. Coming out in just 10 days from now. Next, I would like to mention is something that's really, really, really adorable if you haven't already seen it. Saku-chan! Saku-chan is doing a lovely little recap of the anime with little research and a whiteboard, and it is actually so precious because Saku-chan was still is a massive fan of the anime and Love Live in general. Her Oshi is Kuku, and now she gets to be beside you all the time.
She was one of us.
She's one of us.
She was totally one of us. She would go to the events and other shit. I think she just did live viewing mostly, but she wasn't because poor student. But no, she was just another fan.
Yeah.
Up until because she was too young and other things for the open audition and never thought she could do it. But and then
she did it.
So she was just watching the anime and was super fan. She had a cuckoo shrine.
Yeah. Still has it. She shows it off during. She shows it off during her little she shows off her own goods during her
own
restream. Yeah, it's so cute.
And then she ended up joining the group through the second open audition, and now she's ascended fangirl.
Yeah. God, I wish.
So now they're getting the fangirl to go and do recaps of the anime, and she goes into basically the same kind of detail kind of shit that we're doing.
Yep, effectively.
And just fangirling over it.
Yeah.
And then shows off her merch during it and other stuff, and it's actually really cute.
It's adorable. Even if you don't speak Japanese, I genuinely 100% say that you don't need it at all. She absolutely shows all of her feelings about the anime through her body language and her voice. Yeah. I think you'll have no problem at all. Definitely check it out.
And she has like, it's like the meme with the guy connecting all the different things on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
And she's literally doing that for each episode.
Yeah, like these people are connected to them, and then like here's Kano-chan, and Kano-chan's main goal is that she just loves to sing, and that she wants to like reach her voice everywhere, and like going over each character. It's just so adorable. I don't want to spoil too much. It's so
these
good.
Things
Please watch it.
Are only about 5 minutes per episode.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not long.
It's a fourth of an episode. You don't need much. Go do it. Do it.
They're not long. They're just you just go watch them, and they're really cute.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's doing them like daily-ish. Probably not on weekends, but yeah.
No,
so like
one of them actually ended up coming out yesterday, right?
They said they would be like daily-ish. So.
Yep. Yesterday, 20 hours ago, it came out. For the fifth episode. Yep. And she's so cute.
They're gonna get through basically all 24 of them.
She's just ramping up before the third season of the anime, which I think is the best thing to do. Man, I wish again that were me. I fucking wish. Speaking of the anime itself, the third season of the anime is coming out the October the 6th on NHK E Terebi. I don't know, at 3:15.
It's 5.
5? I thought it was 3:15.
Yeah, it's 5.
Is it 5 p.m.?
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
I thought. Wait a minute.
3:15 was that like because
it's today, the other one. It's the one that both Faerie and Non-chan are going through.
Yeah, that was earlier today when they were just doing like a brief recap.
Right.
The actual anime I believe is at 5.
Okay, fabulous. I'm so excited about it.
Which for people who don't understand, anime on TV does not air in prime time in Japan.
No, it's not.
Anime on TV airs at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. It's
on
not
TV.
It's not prime time. Remember, put your dirty fucking weebness away.
It's called otaku o'clock for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
TV broadcasts of anime are just because they kind of have to do it. The way most people do it is they want you to buy the Blu-ray boxes.
Yes, precisely.
Want you to buy the Blu-rays for the episodes. So anime, as a rule, unless you're like fucking One Piece,
or Pokemon.
You're not,
yeah,
or like Pokemon, you're airing at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
on like a Tuesday.
Like, like really, really early in the morning.
On some random ass weekday or whatever the hell it is.
Exactly.
On like whatever the hell network wants to host it, and it varies based on like where you are and where in the country. Like Sayu actually used to say herself that she didn't used to be able to watch the Love Live anime originally because it wasn't airing in Miyagi.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she's from Sendai. So it wasn't airing there. And there was no network that was carrying it, so she actually couldn't watch the thing. So yeah. So the fact that is like, it just doesn't happen. So the fact that Love Live Superstar is airing on NHK, which is the national broadcaster, it's like
it's the one that people send to people's doors in the middle of the day. Then I say, "Nihongo wa tabemasen," and then they walk away like I'm an idiot.
In the U.S., it's PBS. Over in my neck of the woods, the CBC.
CBC.
It's the public broadcaster. Every single TV
has access to it. Yes.
In the country has access to it. It's
going to be on a
Sunday. It's in your taxes and all that.
Kind of. They'll actually go door to door for you to pay for it.
It's kind of a little weird how they do it in Japan, but
yeah,
it's the publicly funded broadcast. Anyway, so it's on that
on a Sunday at 5 p.m. Yeah,
5 p.m. on a Sunday.
What the
is
fuck?
Like for anime to air at that time is like what the fuck?
Yeah, like actually insane, incredible. What a feat! Wow, incredible. So proud! Yay!
And
I
it's
love
part of the
them.
reason why it's a little bit funky over here.
Yeah.
Because in order to get that,
They have to.
they have like
do
an
a-
exclusivity. There's an exclusivity deal with NHK where the other networks aren't allowed to air it for like 72 hours or whatever, something or other.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that also applies to
Places like
overseas-
Crunchyroll or any other
overseas streaming like
restreamer.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
So we don't get the episodes here translated and up for streaming for like a day and a half or so.
Yep.
Because
You
of
have
that,
to just wait, unfortunately.
which is kind of annoying. Although
it is.
there are ways around that, and certain groups kind of make it those go up faster. But anyway.
That's true.
But the fact that that is a thing and they're airing it at that time on that date is like,
It's a miracle.
it is unheard of.
It is a miracle. Genuinely. Actually a miracle. Either way, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see the anime, and with that, we'll be doing a little bit more Idle Hell and talking about the anime in general, and also probably doing a little bit of a watch along as well. How exciting! I love Liella, and I'm so excited to see season 3 in October!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It'll be interesting because this is the first time the franchise has ever had a season 3.
Exactly, the very first time. Hooray! Firsts for everything.
First for there. It's the
mhm.
first time we've had a group win
Love Live, beef, and then continue.
and then continue, and then still have another season after that.
Yep. And
normally in this, so far in this franchise, you won Love Live, and then
the story is over.
The story ended.
Yeah. But
now it's
as
not.
you remember, at the very beginning of season 2, Sunny Pa ended up saying, we really want to fight so we can win Love Live 2 years in a row because nobody's ever done that before.
And we're like,
wow, we have the goal now.
You just put that flag up.
Yeah, no, it
So-
was very clear what the goal was for the whole time. And when they said in the second season, oh my god, wait, Wien Margarete is a middle schooler still? I was like, oh great, well that says it right there. But looking at
the minute they added the second gen, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, there's gonna be
Yeah.
a third gen because doi.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the thing. Could definitely see it from a mile away, and I'm totally happy with it. Do what you need. I get more Love Live, you get more support. Who cares? I do not. Not me.
So having them explore what happens.
Yeah,
Because Love
after
Live,
Love Live.
in universe is supposed to be like this
The top
super
the top.
this super huge thing that is almost world renowned
Yeah.
because Margaret's family knew about it.
Yeah.
So so you would figure a group that wins it suddenly becomes essentially celebrities in some sense or another.
I mean, with Muse after winning Love Live, they became mini celebrities. After they went and did Angelic Angel in New York or whatever,
Yeah.
they came
And
back,
then-
and then there's
and according
the Heartbeat
Yeah.
song about them being like, oh no, run away, let us run away. I am a celebrity, don't look at me. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I can live in secret, I am a cool girl. Now,
And
what do they do?
According to series lore, Love Live has only gotten bigger since then.
Yes, exactly
So,
that.
what happens
What do we do?
when you win?
I wonder
So,
what UBs think too. I wonder. I think
That'll
that'll be
a really
interesting.
thing.
Because also, I'm sure that it will be solved very quickly, but if you remember with the newest and only trailer
Yeah.
of the third season, Kanon's like, oh, I won't return to Liella, and then they can they can grow without me or whatever, and then Liella doesn't know what to do. No, it will be resolved within 3 episodes. It's not going to be a big deal.
That'll be resolved within 3 episodes.
Super
max.
fast. It's not going to take long. So,
they're not
yeah.
they're not gonna pull that out because
Yeah.
they only have 12 episodes.
Yep.
They've
That's all
got
you
to
get.
get 2 new characters into the group. They've got to have time for them to be a group
Yep.
and to like develop them and do more stuff with the other characters. And then they have to deal with Love Live.
Yep. Yeah,
And
like
then
it's
they
gonna be a
also
busy
probably
season.
And then they also probably have to deal with the fact that, the now third years are going to be
graduating. Yeah, exactly.
So that's a lot
I'm
of
not
stuff
ready.
to deal with, and you can't really deal with that if you're gonna spend like
A
6
ton of
episodes
time on that
like,
shitty drama.
like,
Yeah.
half of the season of, ooh, is Kanon gonna join the group again? Of course she's fucking gonna join the group again.
It's really, really, really clear what's going to happen. Though I am incredibly interested in how they're going to deal with the feelings of the third years graduating.
So yeah, they can't draw that out too long because it's kind of like everyone knows it's gonna fucking happen. Also, they're not gonna have. Oh, I hate saying this because it makes me sound like snobbish, but like the most popular character.
No, that either.
Be separated from the group for like a long time.
No, of course not.
Kanon is. I mean.
Yeah, no, like not only that, she's effectively the protagonist. They're not going to do that. It's just not going to happen.
Superstar is some people think it's detriment, but I don't agree with that. But like, it is.
Yes.
It's Kanon's story. She more so than kind of some of the other series. She is the clear protagonist. And everything kind of sort of revolves around how things relate to her, and she is the viewpoint character in pretty much every sense of the word. So they're not gonna have her away from the rest of the group for very long because then we kind of just don't see what the rest of the group is doing.
I still mentally think that they could use more episodes in this last season here. However,
they could, but they're
not. Oh no, of course not. But I think that they're going to leave the big graduation talk to the movie.
For like a movie?
For the
Probably.
movie. Yeah. And I think, again, I've said this on stream before, I'm still willing to have it right out in the open. I genuinely believe that the movie is going to be about Cuckoo and Shanghai.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then a little bit more into both Sumiku. Because I'm selfish. And I want to see that happen as well. Because, as much as like the last season did a little bit about Sumiku as together and not together, I think it was pretty anticlimactic, and they didn't do enough. It still feels like Cuckoo is relentlessly bullying Sumi, and Sumi's just trying her fucking best.
Don't think so, because I have friends like that where you're just constantly shitting on each other. But like, as you've seen, when shit actually goes down, they are like the first to jump to your defense. I have friends, and I've had friends in the past who have where I've had that same sort of relationship and dynamic that Sumire and Cuckoo have with each other. So I totally understand it.
I would also like to provide a little bit of perspective as well, as a woman. It's really, I understand playfully insulting each other as friends, but the way Cuckoo does it just makes me go absolutely bonkers. Because, it's obvious you're not being honest with each other, and she's still doing it so coldly. It's not fun to me to watch it. It's not fun for me to watch Sumire get shit on the whole time, and then...
Well, I mean, it's always Sumire's fault anyways, so...
Fight me! Either way, I really hope that they end up making a really nice, a good conclusion to those two together. It would make me really happy to see that, And I think that the movie, which is neither here nor there, it's not even in the grasp of thinking necessarily about it, but I genuinely think it could be about Cuckoo and Shanghai and being forced back or whatever after graduation.
Yeah, I can see that happening because, once she's done school...
Yeah, then you can't be a school idol anymore.
And she also can't necessarily be in Japan.
Not necessarily, right? Because of the school visa.
But, no, I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I also have my theories of how the whole, canon drama is going to end and how Margaret ends up in the group.
Yeah,
and other
because
stuff like that.
Margarete, she's
Edgy McEdge Queen.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, Edgy McLust Queen, lol. Yep. Oh, Yuina. Either way, she is like, oh, I'm gonna make a better school idol club with better people and everything, and that
I'm gonna have a school idol club with blackjack and hookers, basically.
Yeah, essentially. But it's not going to last very long at all. So I want to know your theory, but I want to know it relatively short.
So that's my theory on how that's gonna go.
And that's my theory on how that's gonna go.
that's the basically season 3. So so far, and that's what we know.
Yep.
And yeah. So
a lot of that was just theory talking, really. But I'm really excited to start watching the new series, Liella with Every Bee. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I love Love Live, and I hope that my passion for Love Live will be able to rub off on everyone else as well. Something else that we ended up seeing lately was Love Live Superstar just ended up announcing just a few days ago the Pastel Nurses merchandise fair.
Nurses! Oh my god, it's so cute!
It's so adorable. The Pastel Nurses set are going to be all the way up in Hokkaido, and then skipping all of Tohoku and the entire north part of the island. So at a whole bunch of different, different places in order to do the collaboration goods. And they're all in nurses. They're cute. It's cute.
It's with hands, like Tokyo Hands, isn't
Tokyo
it?
Hands? Tokyo Hands? Let me see.
I'm pretty sure that's who the collab is.
Yes,
with.
it's with Tokyo Hands, yes. But it's only at specific ones. And it's
Which
only
is
from the 13th until the 29th, just a heads up.
How would you describe that store?
It is a stationery store, as the best as I can put it. It's for stationery and hobbyist goods,
And they have a bunch of other crap too. It's an interesting store.
It's one to get lost in, that's for sure. I like it.
But oh my god, they're so cute!
It is really adorable. I said that I'm like, oh man, I'm so ready to die! Because then Sumi-chan can resuscitate me. Hooray!
Although the one thing I find interesting about this one is that normally nurse stuff is like fetish fuel.
Weird, it's fetishy. But no, this one is really quite classy. These are classy.
These are like there is not like an ounce of skin being shown on these outfits, and it's kind of interesting that they went that way.
Yeah, I'm surprised about it as well, honestly.
Kind of fits this group because of how they're trying to be a bit more mainstream.
Yeah,
but
I agree. I think it's fantastic as well. And also, welcome, honeydew. Arigato. They have multiple acrylic stands as well, including them in a casual outfit as a chibi with their nurse chibi counterpart, and I think it is very precious, and you should all definitely check it out. I think it's phenomenal. You should definitely go look.
And there are mail order.
There are mail orders. Too. You could do mail order sales as well. From there, because the newest stuff is coming out, the TV anime series, the second season, it's all of the stuff has been released for it now, so they've announced and shown off new goods, including bags and acrylics, and specifically things for the second season. There are as well a new set of little funny Spotify playlists, correct? There's Spotify playlists from each seiyuu that show you their specific introduction to Liella, and so every girl happens to have a different way of how they like to show Liella as a series. So I'd recommend checking those out as well. They're very, very cute. Aside from that, we've gotten a new cool coming soon message on the 3rd of September. Did you end up seeing what that was? The coming soon thing?
Wasn't that just the Saku?
Yep,
thing?
that was the Saku. We genuinely thought it was going to be the Onitsuka confession stuff.
I thought it was going to be the unprofessional stuff, and then some takeoff on that.
Indeed.
For people not in the know, Love Live very much enjoys its April Fool's jokes.
Yes.
And they put a lot of effort into them.
A ton of effort.
I like shocking amount of effort into these jokes. And over the past 2 years, Liella's has been a parody of an
office drama. Yeah.
An office drama office interview drama series. I think of a specific one on AHK that I'm just too gaijin to catch the reference to. But and it is this parody of this office drama.
And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go find it and check it out. People have
absolutely
done it.
Hilarious.
They're really funny. Sayu is just Sayu. It's way too good. It's way too good. I definitely recommend it. My sweet bees, we're going to have an ad happen because we've been yapping for 3 hours now. So I'm gonna. Whoa! Hi, Morphe. Good morning. Welcome to Idle Hell.
There's
still a bit more. With Liella that we want to talk to you about, specifically 2 major things. One with Corey leading. Well, I think, Corey, you're going to be leading both of them. Either way, I'm going to start the ad right now. Morphe, it's good to see you. Omedeto on your sweet poopy form. I am going to quickly head over to the BRB screen and go to the Ohana Batake. I will see you in a hot second. Mina! Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back! Yay! Welcome back! We still have more Liella news to talk about, my sweet darling bees, so I'm actually going to leave this next section mostly to Corey, because Corey's the one who got to experience it.
Yes, I did.
Well, I had to work and be a tour guide and cry.
It was also on the other side of the world, so there was a thing about that.
There's minor details, No problem. Either way, Corey, I'm gonna leave it to you. What's the next topic? I'm gonna get a cookie. Cookie. Nom nom nom. What you got?
What dates and stuff.
Oh.
It was 3 weeks.
3 weeks ago now. Yeah.
Holy crap! Time goes by fast.
Cookie.
3 weeks ago. Kachu, which is one of the Liella units,
the most important one I am.
Sayu, Yabu, and Peichan, or Kanon, Mei, and Sumire, were guests at Anime New York, Anime NYC. This was their first time over at Anime NYC. It was their first time on the East Coast of North America.
Yep.
It was aside from Sayu, who was at AX last year, alongside Kian from Aqua,
Kian and Mayu,
or Yoshiko and Kasumi from Niji. So they were there last year. But so aside from Sayu, it was also the rest of their first time in the West at all, outside of anywhere but China, where they've been to a couple times. So they were invited as guests over to Bamco, brought them over, and it was it went crazy.
Yeah, it went crazy.
It was a completely.
It was a good time.
It was an amazing time. It was a wild success. It could not have gone better.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Um,
Ina.
it honestly could not have gone better. Anime NYC is a very well-run convention. So there isn't a whole lot of problems, but they did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
While still having the chance to be tourists.
Yeah, they got to go around a bit.
They got to go around a lot because we got a lot of stuff from them either at the panels or on Twitter and other stuff about the places they went on their own.
We did see a ton on Twitter and stuff too.
So they got to be tourists and stuff, but they also did a lot at the con itself. They did about 2 or 3 things per day. So it was quite the big thing. Bamco had a huge panel there, had a huge booth there with the standees from the season 3 art.
Oh, so exciting! I wish it was.
We also had a we put together. Well, one of the vendors who runs a booth called Retro Psycho. His name's Andy. Spearheaded a fan project where we got a whole bunch of artists, mostly Japanese artists, to make a banner and to make standees for the 3 of them, like as themselves and as characters.
Right.
And we had that, and they were like big, like life-size standees. And we had that, and we also had a banner you could sign, and people submitted fan art that we could put on the thing. It was all on the back of his thing, and it turned out really well. You can go look it up, Yggdrasil or whatever that thing is.
Yggdrasil?
Yeah. We'll get you the link for that later that we can put in things.
Thank you.
But in like the description, or we can have it. We can have there's a screenshot. There's a Twitter picture of the stuff that we can put on here for the YouTube.
Fabulous.
Version. Anyway, so it turned out really well.
Yay!
And later on the last day, they actually came and saw it.
Yay! They went to it. Exciting.
Which is not common, because for them to like acknowledge fan projects.
Yeah, it's not like, aside from like the normal like flower stand stuff, like sometimes they'll take pictures of it and all that jazz, but you know.
There is a thing in Japan where they have to feel like they're not playing favorites, whatever. But no, we actually and Bamco have to be certain that they can like go over the thing safely and not be like mobbed. But so we got them to know, and they eventually came over and saw it and like took like a bajillion photos with it. And staff took a bunch of photos of it, and that was really great.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so they did a lot of stuff during the actual convention, officially. They had 2 meet and greets.
Right.
One was free and was done by a lottery. And the other one, you had to buy $100 of superstar stuff from the Bamco panel booth in order to get a ticket for it, as long as you were there early enough.
Right.
So they did those. They had a big talk panel on Friday, and they were not expecting us to be as loud as we were.
Which is surprising, because isn't that like the stereotypical Western reaction, is just loud, just passion?
Yes, but I don't think they were prepared for that.
That's fair.
Because, and honestly, neither were like Bamco staff. Because at the end of the weekend, they were like, we were really impressed by how enthusiastic you guys were, and how like knowledgeable you guys were, and how so that went. But so every time
people actually like the series, no way.
Yeah, I know, right? So they were doing stuff in their panel, and every time they talked, they're like, we're shouting, and they're all trying to speak English to us, and it was super cute.
Aww,
Um,
precious Ina.
there's a interpreter there, of course.
You know.
To like
Mm.
like translate stuff that they're saying to us, but they're really trying to speak English.
Oh, I'm so
Um,
proud.
They went through like favorite insert songs and favorite scenes,
Aww.
and it was really funny because
Please tell us about Yabu.
Well, Yabu was like, so I'm not really gonna say much. I think you can already guess what my favorite scene is, and
Yes.
we'll
yes,
just let
we
it
could.
play.
Yes, we could. We could
And
guess,
it was,
actually.
It was obviously the one everyone thinks it is with Manchiki.
Yep.
And the minute the thing started, we all just started screaming. And Yabu's like, oh my god! She's like completely knocked off her chair
Yep.
by like,
"Ah!"
how loud we all got.
Exactly.
And Pei and Sayu are like laughing their asses off.
Exactly.
Laughing their asses off.
What did Paige choose for her favorite scene?
What Paige chose for her scene was
Mm.
actually the scene after they lost Yoyogi in season 2.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Neat choice.
Is what she picked,
Ah.
which kind of surprised us.
Yeah, but why? What did she say? Why? Why?
That was about, what did she say?
Yeah.
It
I know
was,
that she's not your fucking Oshi, but come
No,
on,
it
pay
was
attention
also-
for me, Corey.
Also
Come
3 weeks
on.
ago. It was something to do with just the whole like building off after the failure and the stuff that Cuckoo was saying about you just have to keep going, and how that was important to her.
Aw, so precious. Good. Okay.
Kanon's was with Kineko when she was
Kina. Yay.
in season 2 episode 1 or episode 2.
Episode 2. Okay.
Episode 2, yeah, when she was when it was the Kineko like please join us thing was hers. As far as favorite insert songs, it was specifically insert songs. Sayu's was Mirai Yoho, which is pretty expected.
Yep. That's one of my favorites as well.
She absolutely loves that one because of what it means to Kanon, and it's also fun to sing, apparently.
It is. It's such a fun song to sing. She's got it.
So, but she, what that song meant to Kanon and what it meant that she could finally sing, and how she was able to like finally express herself again. It's Pays is take a guess.
Non-fiction. Woo! Oh, I can hear myself again. Are you wearing your headphones?
I can hear you.
No, I'm saying I can hear myself out of you.
Maybe I'm just leaning too close to the speaker.
Perhaps.
The thing. I can lean back a little bit. So there was that nonfiction, and then there was Yabu's was Sing Shine
Smile. I see. That's interesting.
She really liked how that is basically like the epitome of like idol song.
Oh, I can believe it, definitely.
How it's like all happy and friendship and stuff. So I did that. They were talking about things. They started talking about food because, of course, they started talking about food.
Of course.
What their favorite food was, and what to look forward to for season 3 without spoilers.
Yeah, the best that they could, I bet.
The best they could, without trying to spoil things.
Okay.
And so that was their panel, which was in the second largest venue in the entire place.
That's exciting! Woo!
And then it was full. Like it was.
That's
packed.
no surprise at all. That's no surprise. Get actual JP guests over. It's going to be packed every time.
And then we had. Then right after that was the Bamco panel, because Bamco had like their Bamco Filmworks like industry panel.
Yeah.
Where they were scheduled to be there for a part of it while they were talking about the Love Live Superstar stuff. They brought them in on the panel to like talk about that. And that was a lot of the same stuff, talking about, you know, who their characters and yada yada. But it's just fun to see them, and they're like just happy to see us.
No.
And Sayu's always like waving at like me and Toga and Timid, because like she knows us, and she's like, oh hi, it's you.
Yeah, that's right. That's our guy Gokujin are here. Yay!
It's you guys. Hi.
Huzzah!
And Pei is like waving to everybody, and Yabu is like
Yabu is probably completely overwhelmed.
Yes, and like very embarrassed and like
no
nervous.
surprise at all.
She did get a lot more comfortable with us as the weekend went on.
That's good. Nice.
So she got a lot more like loose as the weekend went on. I want you to
now tell me, if you can, about the contest.
So that's because that's the next day. That's day 2. They did these Name That Tune quizzes.
Okay.
It was basically, I'm sure all of you have done like Kahoot.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. We were all on you pull up a thing on your phone, and you like the song plays, and you have to like, it's a multiple choice to pick the right song. And the faster you do it, the more points you get.
Right.
But if you get it wrong, no points.
I use it in school, actually.
That
Sometimes.
sort of deal. Name That Tune. They had it playing. It was fun because cell phone signal in the con hall, especially when there are 100 people gathered around the same booth, all trying to access the same damn thing. But thankfully, I had friends who were willing to hotspot for me.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Because I was on a tourist eSIM, and I was getting fucking nothing.
Nothing at all. Probably not, eh?
But anyway. So I won.
Yep. How dare you? Lovingly.
I was surprised. Very much surprised. Because they got sneaky at the end.
Sneaky? Did they do ones like 11-member version, 9-member version, 5-member version kind of stuff?
Kind of. The final question 10. Because there were 10 questions.
Oh, only 10. Okay, got it.
And the girls are there the whole time.
Right.
The girls are there the whole time, and they're reacting to the songs. And like, the solos come up.
Right.
So, like, the solos come up, and they react to each other's solos. They didn't know what the songs were.
Oh no!
They didn't know what songs were coming up. There was a surprise to them too.
Oh great, that's even better.
We saw them reacting in real time to what the songs were.
They didn't know the songs either. That's so cool.
And when one of their solos come up, because it was Sayu's day 1, and like they're all like hugging each other and like getting all like super excited about the songs and being like all goofy about it.
Right.
And it started going. And then the last song was What a Wonderful Dream Kachu version.
Aw, dang.
But
I love it. But
they gave you the choices were What a Wonderful Dream,
What a Wonderful Dream, Kachu, and then Synchronize, and then Kaleidoscore. Ah, fuck them. And did they not show you the part of the song that had the electric guitars or whatever?
It's the start.
Oh fuck!
It's the intro.
That's not fair.
they called it the intro quiz, so it was the intro of the song.
Oh, awful.
So everyone tries to do it, and then they end up picking just What a Wonderful Dream, but then you're like, no, it's What a Wonderful Dream Kachu version.
Mm-hmm.
And they also started doing some earlier on. They started doing a couple of the season 1 Liela and Utas. Theirs was Time to Go, which was season 2. I believe.
Rough. That's season 2. Yeah.
But you have to be able to pick that out in the first
faster than everyone else.
In the first half a second, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually got pretty hard near the end. And then there was that trick question right at the end. I will, since they did it on Sunday too. They did 2 days of these. The trick question, the final question on day 2.
Yeah.
Was Watashi no Symphony.
Oh, I see. Fuck.
It was Watashi no. It was the 11-member Watashi no Symphony. And you had to pick. It was, and the options were Watashi no Symphony, Watashi no Symphony 2022 edition, Watashi no Symphony 2023 edition, and 2024. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Watashi no Symphony 2024 doesn't exist.
There you go.
The 11-member version is 2023.
10 out of fucking 10.
Want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
They got it wrong. They thought it was 2024.
10 out of 10. They're like, oh, wait, we didn't do that? Huh?
They thought it was 2024.
Amazing.
It was great.
Amazing.
And they did Yabu's solo and Starry Prayer, I think.
Aww,
for Patreon. And when Yabu's solo comes on, all of a sudden Pei and Sayu go and basically clomp Yabu. Sayu is hugging her super close.
Aww.
And Pei was lying on Sayu's lap. And then during Sorry Prayer, Sayu just kind of goes and is just clinging on to Pei the whole time. And we're just all having a great time, just because at the end of the thing, but this is Sunday, so they're all comfortable with us now. So they're getting all goofy about it. It was just really fun.
That face when there's a 2024 version, just not a released 2024 version. Tokyo Idol Fest, yeah. The tricky stuff.
The 11-member version was 2023. Anyway,
either way,
I win.
Yes. Yeah.
I win. I get second.
Yeah.
For on day 1.
Yes.
Because my internet kind of goofed a little bit right at the end, so I was slow on the last question.
One. Oh, it's on in.
So I probably would have gone in first, but anyway.
Oh well. Second is great.
Well, because there's a thing. So the things that they were the reward of winning is the top 3. They had these little plaques.
Yeah.
These little acrylic things.
Yeah.
I showed you it.
Yeah.
I'll get you another photo. We can include it at the end.
Thank you.
For their little plaques, which have a little thing that has their character art on them as Anime NYC 2024 Love Live Superstar intro quiz. First place, second place, third place. On these little acrylic plaque things.
Yeah.
And you were given them, top 3 were given them by one of the girls. Personally.
Still mad about that. Still mad.
The original plan was Yabu would give third,
then
Pei would give second, and then Sayu would give first.
However,
they see me on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
On the podium as second place. And,
Oopsie.
and I go when I see myself in second place, I'm like, yeah! I was
yeah!
actually really happy, really.
Yep, of course.
I wasn't expecting to, like...
Get anything at all, right? Like, I mean, you wouldn't with a big room of people.
Because, like, my reaction time is not good. But as it turned out, it was more important to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you miss the question,
yeah,
you're fucked. Like, you had to get every single answer right, or you had no chance in winning.
Yeah.
So it was better off
to be a little slower, like, and right.
Wait like a fraction of a second and be right.
Mm-hmm.
Than it was to try and be super fast and goof up. Because you had to get all of them. Because it was really close.
Of course it was. That makes sense to me.
So that was a thing. So I'm like, yeah, and they see me. They see my name on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
And Sayu and Pei immediately start talking to each other. While the Bamco staff are like, hey, let's get our winners, blah blah blah. Yeah. Let's like clap for our winners. Who's here? And there's the person in third is like, third place. Go to Yabushima-san and go and receive your trophy.
Mm-hmm.
So guy goes, gets his trophy from Yabu.
Ina.
And then they're like, okay, where's second place? I'm like, yeah, it's me. Like, walk over the Peiton-san and go to. So I walk over. I'm in like full graphic and like my Kanon happy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walk up to Peichon, like totally happy, like holy crap, I'm getting something from Peichon. Like, whatever.
However.
But then Pei's like, so I was supposed to give this, but I think it's a little bit more fitting for Sayurin to hand out this award.
Yeah, makes sense.
They intentionally swapped.
Yeah, Ina.
They knew it was because they know me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sayu knows who I am. Seemingly Pei knew who I was because she's, I guess, mentioned it before.
I suppose so.
But like, and they're like, no, let Sayu give. So she was the one who handed me the trophy.
Yes.
And then Pei handed out first. The person who ended. There was also the Ichigen screening.
Right.
Where they came and did like a little stage greeting thing beforehand. Before we did the Ichigen screening. And then they had the meet and greets, and those were great. And just the whole thing was just a really wonderful experience. They had a fucking fantastic time. They were so happy to see us.
Aww, I'm glad.
They were so happy that we were all so enthusiastic about them.
Mm-hmm.
Staff were thrilled at the turnout.
Right.
It was just everything just went well, and they were happy, and we were happy.
Yokatta ne. Yay!
Yeah. And it was good. And
I wish it was me, because I could have been one of those people who did good.
So it was... They did a lot of stuff.
Right.
Normally at these things you expect, okay, maybe they'll have a panel, maybe a meet and greet, whatever. No, they were like... They wanted to interact with us as much as they possibly could.
Aw, it's so sweet, so kind. I'm always so amazed by the generosity of them, and
it was really great.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you got to go. Thank you for telling us about your experiences there. That is really super rad. And we wanted to drop off Liella finally. So now it's been almost 2 hours of Liella. for
bit
a
of
reason.
solo stuff.
For a reason. Okay, for just a tiny bit of solo news, which is really cool.
I will try to be quick about.
Okay, ganbatte.
So, yeah, a bit of solo news.
Mm-hmm.
Sayu,
Sayu
announced,
last night
last night that for her birthday,
for her
in
birthday.
commemoration of her birthday,
When is her
she will
birthday?
be on September 30th.
September 30th.
She will be releasing
Releasing
original music. It will be her first original songs.
Phenomenal. I'm so
As
proud
herself.
of her. There's at least 2, right?
Yeah, there are 2, and they will be up on streaming on Tuesday.
Tuesday! That's so exciting. I am very excited to go listen. I have overtime that day, so I'll have to listen to it on the way home.
It's midnight, like Monday, like midnight Tuesday. So
okay,
it's like Monday night, like midnight.
Monday night, midnight.
Like when it changes from Monday to Tuesday.
Right. Got it.
And it's on all the streaming things. The Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music.
Right.
But the reason I wanted to bring this up
is
because this is a really, 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 really important moment.
It is.
Because Sayu has always been like considered one of the like the crazy singer. And people are always wondering, why is she not?
Where's her solo career? What the hell?
Where's her solo music, especially once
everything really popped off.
Nako has done it. Peichan has done it.
Yep.
Nagi has done it. They've all
they've all gone through it. Come on.
Liu, of course, had already
Liu's been doing it.
Liu's been doing it for
ages now. Yeah.
Well, the answer is because she didn't feel she was ready. Because Sayu has had this complex about her voice for
years. Yeah.
For like as long as she's been in this. She used to hate her voice. Because there was an open audition and she was dropped into this life from just being a
normal person.
A normal person in like Sendai, just a normal high school student up in northern Japan.
Yeah.
And suddenly she's like, her life like
completely flipped upside down.
And she's living in Tokyo as part of Love Live, and she's one of the most like.
And she's a leader, she's an orange leader.
And her popularity had fucking exploded. And she's getting all these things, and her career has gone like so
crazy.
Imposter syndrome at the wazoo.
Truly.
And now she's like singing professionally.
Yeah.
But she's like, but I don't like my voice because my voice can't do all these things that all these singers that I've looked up to my entire life are able to do.
Yeah.
And like, how can I sing? Because she used to just sing for fun, and singing for fun is very different than singing professionally. And she was stuck in her own head
for ages.
For years. Multiple years of like how about like not being confident and happy with her singing voice and what her voice was capable of. And so and that people cared about her and that weren't just there for Kanon.
Yeah. Exactly. And then something flipped this last year and a half or so, because so proud. So proud of her.
Around her birthday last year-ish. Something finally clicked, and like showing now that she's finally comfortable enough, happy enough to do this. And like we've been waiting for this day, and I am so proud of her.
Yes, me too. When you told me the news, I was just so jazzed. Like, can you believe it?
And
At
she's gonna
first,
be
I couldn't.
performing it for the first time
Yeah!
at her birthday event. And
Which is so
yeah,
soon here. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for her.
We can eat Zunda. We can eat Zunda beans together.
Yep. And yeah, that's that, because I was just like, like, I'm so happy for her.
I'm
she's
so
finally got.
so
she's
proud.
finally gotten over that, like, that stuff that was.
She's gotten
holding her
over that really, really big hurdle that she's mentally had for ages, and there, like, especially at such a young age, to be able to do that, like, that's a lot.
She's only turning 22.
Yeah, that's
like,
nothing. She's a baby, tiny, little. In my brain, I'm just old. I'm old.
Well, me too, but, you know.
It's okay, we can both be old together.
Being able to, that she was able to just get over all this, because we all have been like, no, we love you, and you're amazing.
We swear! Just do it, we'll be happy.
And for her to finally get over that, and like
Massive.
Get out of her own head, and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And when she showed that by being confident enough to talk about who her uncle is.
Yeah, that was a big turning point, I found.
Her uncle is one of the most famous comedians in the entire country.
In the entire country, yeah, which is crazy. She just didn't want anybody to know, obviously.
And nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Nobody at all. So, yeah. So, very, very proud of her. And I'm glad that she's moving forward with it.
Yeah, because she wanted to, like, be able to do things on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she was willing to reveal that means that, like, she's comfortable that she can be her own person, not just...
Exactly! Not just, like, nepotism baby, you know?
Yeah.
She kept it from everyone for that reason, and honestly, I'm so
from everyone. She kept
proud.
it from staff. She kept it from... Gen 1 knew, apparently, but Gen 2 didn't. Gen 3 didn't.
Yep.
No, but, so yeah.
To be fair, Gen 1, they had to be so close by the end of it, you know? Like, that's so lovely. I'm so proud of her. And things are only going to be able to go up from here. And with that, we're going to leave Liella, finally, for the last 2 hours. Thank you so much for talking to me about it. And we're going to get ready and end this one with Hasunosora Ikimashou! Yay! We are back here at Hasunosora, and I'm so very excited about it, because I want to be the first one to tell you that everyone should interact and enjoy and love Hasu. I adore them. I think they're so sweet and so cute. It could be part of me also really enjoying VTubers as well. That could also be partially my fault. I might be mildly biased. But like I was saying before, my sweet bees, Hasunosora has, like, pretty much one of the only ways to consume their stuff is through, the app. So that's why I have not only their main logo, but also Link Like Love Live there as well. I mean, you can get a VPN and download it and try it out. I know if you don't speak Japanese, it's difficult. There are not a lot of guides, and the game itself is actually quite difficult as well if you don't know how to read. But, you know, if you just want to go in and see the cute Namas and shit, you can do that. Or you can just follow the YouTube that they do end up doing their, the Hasu information on as well, which I'll probably end up linking below. You can end up seeing a bunch about it. Hi! Good morning! Welcome to the base! So what I say, Hasu news, right? Do you know a lot about Hasu? Corey?
Not particularly.
That's okay. It looks like we're gonna teach you today.
Because of the language barrier and some other things to do with
Makes
fandoms
sense.
and stuff.
Makes sense
I've
to me.
generally kind of kept a distance.
Yep.
I've seen their music and other stuff, and most part it's good. I'm not all that familiar with most of their stuff.
And I mean, I get it. It makes sense. There's a lot to go with Hasu. A lot of people ended up only first seeing Hasu at Ichigen as well. So, you know, I don't have a lot of, I suppose, like, I don't have a lot of expectation for people overseas to know much about Hasu, though I will tell you a little bit of news about them today. It was recently Rurino's birthday. She had her own limited edition birthday card, and it is really, really beautiful. It has her eating a blueberry, and I think it's super cute. These birthday cards are very overpowered, so it's too bad that it's already over, but if you're ever able to get the next birthday card in the set, I'm not actually even sure who that might be. I think it might be Ginkgo. I would definitely recommend it for sure. Coming up next is the newest Hasu.
I've seen those
Third
birthday
Life.
merch packs. Like those have all been pretty nice looking.
They
Like
are.
the acrylics and stuff.
They're gorgeous. Because they don't just do normal acrylics, they do like plaques too, which are really pretty.
The interesting thing I found about those though is that they actually like name the age. It's like
Yes.
like happy 18th birthday or happy
Exactly. It's
So,
my
like,
17th birthday. Yeah.
time is moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
With the others, they never name an age because they never actually age.
Precisely.
So that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. And the big draw to Hasu is that you are experiencing their school life on a day-to-day basis as alongside them. You're supposed to experience the year with them.
And
the cards that come out are for seasons.
In real time.
In real time, real life.
As it happens, time is actually progressing.
Mm-hmm. Which is why every single one of us are really worried about end of next March, because are they actually going to go and graduate those members? Are they going to graduate our third years? And I am concerned. So. I'm concerned because Ui-sama, Kozue's seiyuu, she is the one who's she's the ultra popular one, and all of their whales are the ones that are pulling this franchise ahead. Let me tell ya.
I kind of think they're gonna do it, but
Either way, the new Third Live tour, they just ended up finishing their, what is it? The
ticket
ballots. The Chusen, the ballots, yeah, to try Unity, which is their Third Live tour, on December 1st, for a daytime performance, and a nighttime performance did not go well. Nope. Barely anyone got in, basically. And
Not surprising.
It is hell, because the centers that they decided to use for these fan meeting events are so fucking small. They're so small. It's fucked.
One of them is the same venue Kachu used for their fan meet in Aichi.
In Aichi, right? That one is
a fan meet versus a numbered live.
Century Hall. Yeah. That's fucked. That's fucking crazy. But it's only that one particularly is only a Cerise Bouquet. So only Cerise Bouquet will go to that one. Dolchestra will go to a different run, and then Mirakura Park is already done. Theirs, and then they do their
units.
Their units, yeah, but they do atsumeru, ne? They do get together. They'll get together at the end of December. So that will be one as well. So yeah, I was surprised to see it go so poorly, because almost literally one person I knew was able to get in. That's all. I was not one of them,
because they really need to be doing bigger venues.
Yeah. Well, with how popular they are as well, because they are pretty popular, all things considered here. They just barely support them.
No doubting that. I just think that they are doing some really... Whoever is making this decisions there with those venue sizes is
unwise. That's
a way
really
of
bad. Like, I want to be polite. I want to be polite to the series that I love, but I am genuinely kind of flabbergasted by the way that Hasu is being handled in general, with how popular they actually are, you know, and with the only standing Love Live game left, wouldn't you want to support them more? You know, like it's kind of tough.
They
right?
have these lives that have some venues that are too small. They have merch that doesn't get enough stock.
Yep. All of their shit sells out. It's like they're too afraid to go all in on Hasu.
Which makes 0 sense because they clearly have the fan base.
Like, we're here. Like, we're clearly here.
Like, from what I heard, like, the Donkey collab got, like, 5 copies of each.
Barely fucking anything?
Like,
at all?
Like, single-digit copies of...
I went to it on the first day and it was gone. Everything was gone. And I wasn't even going to Tokyo. I was going to my cities. And you know how small my city is that I'm not going to say online. But
no, you're not in a populated place.
That's true. That's true. But there was nothing! And it made me feel so mad. And then, you know, you call other places and they're like, no, we don't have any more. And you're like, fuck. But yeah, we didn't really get much of that. I really don't understand
what they're doing. If this is intentional or if this is just incompetent, or I don't know, but it's not a good.
It's not a good look either. It's not a good look. Why would you want to look like you're incompetent, right? Like, what the hell is the point? I don't understand it at all. But that's me.
This is Bandai Namco. They have enough resources to spin up another money. To spin up another. They have enough resources. They have enough money. They have enough connections to spin up another production line. Like, for crap's sake.
Come on. So yeah, it's kind of sad about that. However, I'll keep saying it with the rest of the news. We recently had a Comiket. At the Comiket event, we did have a Hasu-focused Love Live area this time around, as well as really cute dumbfuck-looking tiny gremlin pictures that you could get. And if anybody is playing the game right now, the current gacha is specifically of the proof Dolkustra URs with both Tsutsuri and we have Tsutsuri and Kosuzu, and both of them are like they both work really well together. If you have pity for summer, please use it on these cards. They are phenomenal and they are really good with 104 teams. And those of you who do understand what I'm saying here will understand what I mean. But genuinely, I'd say scouting is a good idea for this particular banner, and it looks really, really cute as well. As for the newer Namas that are coming up, we saw Tsuzuri's big rock, paper, scissors one last night. The next one coming up will be of Kozue-chan. And with Kozue-chan, she's doing a solo one, so if you're wanting to get some fan points for her, and her specifically, now's the time to do it. You can definitely pour everything into her this way. In order to see, just so I can say it outside for you, Corey, for us to be able to do the live streaming stuff, we have multiple forms of live streaming. The first half of the live stream is just normal, everybody can go, and the second half of the live stream is called the after meets, and you have to have a particular star rating of that girl in order to even see the after meets. It's basically like having a quote unquote subscriber rating. The only way that you can get stars to begin with is by giving them gifts during their live stream, which don't cost money, but you do get them. You get multiple copies for every card that you scout. So it could be used for real money, but you're not buying gifts. You would be buying the scouts, and then you would scout for cards. Doesn't matter if it's a completely different pull. Like, in a way, you could do a 10 pull, right? You could get 3 URs, and then you could get no UR fucking present hits or whatever, but you could pull a rare and get a UR present hit. Those rarities don't correlate. But yeah, it looks like on the 9th, so tomorrow evening, we're going to have Kozue, and she's doing some she's going to be talking about constellations and the stars, and then the one after that we'll have Kaho, Tsuzuri, and Hime-chan. they're going to talk about their own memories together and relax. It looks like let's see. 3人でダラダラ配信. So it looks like they're going to be relaxing together, taking a pause, and just talking about their own memories together. So I'm really excited for that. There is nothing else that we have at the moment. News story, stuff that has come up is all the way up to the end of August. We will be expecting another set of 3 more stories coming up for this next week of September, so please look forward to that. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about specifically when it came to Hasu in the game is that the newest Grade Live 104 series has released. This grade quest is still going to be available as long as you access it before the end of the season, so make sure that you end up doing so, as well as the grade challenge, which is a new particular mode that has started last month. This last month, they give you 3 specific songs that you can try and do your absolute best in and get the highest score you possibly can, and it just gives you extra rewards. This doesn't count for any stamina usage, so go ahead and practice all you'd like. You can also put all of your stamina usage, if you'd like, into the learning live for those 3 songs, getting a higher value on that and then making it easier for those songs to play. I will be talking about not necessarily a guide on how to play this game, but I would like to talk to you about this game as soon as I possibly can with everyone, so you can learn how to play it as well. It is very, very, very fun, and that's where I'm going to leave it off for there. When it comes to the rest of Hasu, it's mostly about their live show stuff. They've also been doing a bunch of little namas IRL because of the next latest live, aside from Try Unity, is the Fest recall event for the first sets of girls, so I'm excited to see what they decide to do with that as well. And a figure has been announced, a 1/7 of both Kaho and Kozue together in their fortune moving outfits, which are incredibly OP cards if you do end up having to scout them. Alongside that, it's Fest Rec Live First Crossing. It'll be it's basically essentially a delayed viewing, but you get together with a bunch of people and you get to cheer for them. Hooray! Aside from that, you have the 3 months of the really cute acrylic sets that they're coming out with that have to deal with them like being half transparent, so you can put them behind in the sky or whatever color you'd like. Orchestra starts the September 30th. Mirakura Park is on the November 28th, and then Serious Bouquet starts in Ichigatsu, which is January. Aside from all of that, see how I'm trying to go like nice and fast for every beat. Also, thank you, DD. We are still having weekly comments, so be sure to check that out on the Twitter. And again, they did, just before I started the stream today, they ended up finishing their next web radio of Mirakura Park, talking about Orchestra's next set. And then, yes, I want you, if anything, to definitely follow these girls. They're very special, and I think that they're going to be able to do a lot of cool stuff together, and I ask you for your support because they do deserve the love, especially from overseas where we just don't have enough time or energy to be able to talk about them specifically. I do hope that they end up getting an anime as well, and I think it is very positive that we will see that. However, if they decide to graduate the 3rd years, then there's a solid chance that a lot of people will end up jumping off and saying, you know what, you got rid of my Yoshi, fuck you, I don't want to do this anymore. So it's a hardball game that they're playing. It's a hardball game. What will they do? Well, we're not sure, but that's part of being in idle hell. Please make sure that you cheer for your Oshis while you can. Hai! Tonikaku!
Yep.
Dekimashita! Nanka dekimashita ne! Woohoo!
Yay!
Alright, hooray! We did
talked
it!
for 4 hours about this.
4 hours and 7 minutes. I'm going to just quickly do one more quick transition screen here, and then we will talk at the very end. There's one last thing that I want to say before we end up saying bye-bye. Alright, hold on tight, Everbees. Fabulous! Hooray! Yay! All right, my lovely bees, thank you so much for joining us for the very first episode of This Week in Love Live, the very first week of TWiLL! Yay, yay, yay! Huzzah! Yogata! Hontoni, I've been wanting to do this for at least 2 months with Corey, and it's been so busy. And even now, I'm still kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to, like, put a whole bunch of pictures on screen for everybody right now as we're doing it live. But, you know what? Sometimes the only way to do something is to just do it now. That's it. That's really all. Idols make me happy. Just to say it in the simplest of terms. Love Live makes my heart swell. And if I can share a little bit of that passion, even if nobody gives a shit or if nobody is interested, I'm always really happy to share the love for idols. And just the fact that I was actually able to meet you as well, Corey, makes me very happy because I got to, like, I kind of get to talk about it in English as well, because usually when I talk Love Live, I'm talking about it to people that, like, I trade can badges with, or, like, people in Japan, so, it's cool to be on, like, the English-speaking side of things as well, and I'm really, really happy.
It is, yeah, I mean, the same thing, this stuff just makes me happy, especially with stuff that goes on in my life at the moment. This just keeps me positive, keeps me happy, and just being, as you have seen, the two of us can talk about this stuff endlessly. Like, we're not even going over everything either. I tried to make Hasu as condensed as possible because I am so close to ending on attending time here, and I know that's really tough. But we'll have more chances to talk about it, and hopefully it was a good introduction, even if it was a bit rambly, for at least a little bit of Love Live news. And if you're somebody who also loves Love Live, and you're here to talk a little bit of Love Live, or you're just here to listen to two little Nessa berries on a table, just chat about things, you're in the right place, let me tell you. Alright, so the last thing that I was wanting to touch on very, 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 very quickly, like within 5 minutes quickly, is an all groups news thing, which is specifically... we're treated with a lot of interesting news, specifically in the form of the Love Live Asia Tour, quote unquote, which unsurprisingly barely looks at any of Asia at all, as we were expecting. Love Live Asia Tour, aka Japan, China, Taiwan, and Korea.
That's it. Bullshit. So
Asia
anyway,
tour with one of the stops being Yokohama.
With one of them being actually in Japan. Alright, yeah, sure. Most of the buzz about the announcement came in the form of people like being like, wow, what the fuck, why is Yo there? And to be honest, Yo being surrounded by all of the other orange leaders does kind of look pretty silly. I gotta be honest with you.
It's fine, Chica's flying the airplane.
Yeah, Chica's flying the airplane. She's a professional, damn it. She's a professional, let me tell ya. Also, she's there because the representative of Aqua, it's YYY. So, Yoshiko, Ruby, they're there. So, it means that I guess she's the confirmed leader of that group, hey?
I suppose that's what that's saying. I
suppose that is. Aside from that, and all the girls being in their original anime styles, not their generic everybody's in the same sunrise style. They're all in their own anime style, which people have complained about incessantly. I fucking hate it. I think it's really fun. I don't mind it if there are different styles clashing. It's okay for things to be different every bee.
Yeah,
you know?
But it is kind of funny because Kaho just looks like she's
a ghost.
She just looks like she's a ghost.
Yeah, she's so pale compared to everyone else.
There have been several memes about that, and they have been wonderful.
I mean, to be fair, at least you can be like, "Hey, my game's alive." Oh.
Yes, but you are a ghost.
Yes.
But it's true. It's nice. It's nice to see the different styles.
I'm just excited because it's like, oh wow, all of the Love Live stuff all together. Oh man, I love them so much, hooray! Aside from that, and all of the girls being in their original styles, including Muse, yes, so exciting. Specifically, Emitsun, Pyle, Uchi is coming as well for some, which is exciting. Oh my god,
to Shanghai, I think, right?
Shanghai, yeah.
And then all of the different lives are going to have different performers. So with the most generous non-Japan leg, because everybody will be at the Japanese leg, being the Shanghai appearance in October with all 4 groups performing. Hooray! Hooray! And so, yes. Anything else? Yes,
yeah,
yes.
And then it's Guangzhou, I think, which is
Guangzhou, yeah.
Which
in
is
China.
just Liella, basically.
Mm-hmm. It's just essentially Liella. Was it? Wait a minute. Was it Liella and Niji? There's one group in Niji. A few girls in Niji going to that one.
Yeah, because it's the entirety of Liella. I believe Liella's also going to Taiwan.
Yeah, Liella's going to the most of them for sure.
And then Niji is Korea.
Yes, that's correct. Fabulous. All right. Aside from that, every B. Oh.
Hasu only shows up in Yokohama.
One. Yeah, just in Yokohama. Oopsie.
Whoops.
Oopsie. Either way, my bees. I'm going to leave it at this. Thank you so much, my sweet darlings. Ooh.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us ramble on for ages about stuff.
Literally 4 hours and 15 minutes or so talking about Idol Hell and such. Oh my goodness, do I ever love this goddamn franchise, I will tell you, with my whole ass heart. And I'm so grateful again to our co-host Corey as well. Arigato! Thank you, kite kurete, arigato!
Thanks for letting me on to invade this crazy thing and just chat as well.
Oh, it is so lovely and so wonderful to be able to have somebody to talk to about it as well. I can go forever, but isn't it even better to have a friend? I'd love to have...
also go forever.
Exactly, exactly. If you want to be part of this little Nezo crew, you just gotta let me know on the side. For now, my bees, I'm going to leave you at this. Dun dun da da. Yes. The end of today! Thank you so much for joining me, my bees, and of course to Corey. I'm hoping that we can talk about it relatively soon. Next week, I'm going to be in Numazu, so I'm hoping that the week after we'll be able to do a little bit more. Another episode, even if it's however small, about this one, you know? And we'll make it work. Sure. It'll be good. It'll be good. We'll make a date. We'll make a date work. We'll make a date happen. Either way, exactly. For now, I'm going to hopefully see you bees talk about this. Show the raid. Maybe you'll be able to check out Hasanosora. Maybe you'll see a few things. And we'll be able to talk more about this soon. This episode was a lot longer than it usually is. However, I really want you all to just support your Oshis while you can. I say it a million times, and I'll say it a million times again, bees. Truly, thank you very much for coming in. And then there we go. Okay, for now, we're going to actually go and raid a very sweet bee. They're playing Zenless Zone Zero today. And their name is Venus. We love Venus. Venus is very sweet and very good. They are a raspberry flavored gummy bunny girl. And I really hope that you enjoy their content as well. For now, would you like to do it with me, Corey? I'm gonna leave you with the biggest, the bestest, the brightest. Bye, bee. I'm so happy that you decided to join me and talk about all of my really fucking crazy... I have a problem! It's okay, my sweet beans. I will see you. I need to huff a sumire toothbrush all of a sudden. Alright, bees. I will see you on the flip side, at least on Tuesday evening. For now, I will see you on the next side. Bye, bee.